We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg the money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.
My fellow Liberians, I'm Edwin Daniel C. Yeyu Jr., Deputy Information Minister of the Republic of Liberia. Today, let's take a look at what His Excellency President Weah has done through the Liberia Electricity Corporation. Before President Weah's inauguration, Liberia was largely a dark country with only 35,000 households having access to electricity. With the exception of few households in Grand Jide, Maryland, and Nima counties that were connected to the CLSG lines, fewer residents in Monrovia receive irregular supply of electricity at one of the highest costs in West Africa. The woes of the power sector were compounded by a major donor apathy caused by the unaccountability of about $6 million United States dollars of the Norwegian donor fund. An overdue debt of $8.2 million United States dollars that was not paid by the previous administration stressed the cash flow of LEC and impeded its commercial activities already plagued by uncontrolled power theft. With the scant supply of expensive electricity to minute parts of 3 counties, to dark Liberia with majority of its blackout cities, towns, and villages was handed to His Excellency President George Weah for illumination. President Weah has increased the supply of electricity to 220,000 households from 35,000 households in 2018. Cities, suburbs, and towns in 9 counties, Moserado, Margibi, Grand Cape Mount, Bombing, Bong, Maryland, Rivergy, Grand Jide, and Nima counties have received electricity for the first time since our Civil War. President Weah has increased LEC generation capacity from 88 megawatts in 2018 to 113 megawatts in 2023. He made it possible through the power purchasing agreement for the supply of 25 megawatts through the CLSG interconnecting lines. President Weah has also successfully transformed the Bushra power plant from use of diesel to heavy fuel oil and increased its generation capacity from 35 megawatts to 38 megawatts. President Weah has restored donors' confidence in the energy sector once more. He has, over the past 5 years, attracted hundreds of millions of dollars in support of major LEC projects under his administration. Among the projects is the $96 million United States ongoing RESPACT project to procure and install 20 megawatt solar power plant. This project will also add 2 turbines to the existing McCovey hydro plant to boost its generation capacity to 128 megawatts. On behalf of the Liberian people, President Weah has also formed a partnership with World Bank and West Africa Power Pool to conduct a feasibility study for the construction of a 150 megawatt hydropower plant on the St. Paul River. The study is near completion. When the St. Paul River hydropower project is constructed, it will have a generation capacity of 2 times more than the McCoffey hydro currently generates. Upon the urgings of President Weah, the World Bank has already pledged $300 million United States dollars toward the construction of the St. Paul hydropower plant. In a few years from now, the entire Liberia will receive stable and affordable electricity when President Weah completes the RESPAC 20 megawatt solar project, the 15 megawatt Scatec solar project, and the 150 megawatt St. Paul hydro plant. Upon completion of these projects, LEC will generate about 300 megawatts. In President Weah's Liberia, 1.1 million persons have access to affordable electricity because he reduced the tariff on electricity from 35 cents per kilowatt to between 15 and 22 cents per kilowatt based on your customer type. President Weah has catalyzed the access to affordable electricity by signing into law an act criminalizing power theft. His anti-power theft campaign has saved LEC from over 30 million United States dollar loss per year and booked about 28,000 corporates. As a result of the anti-power theft campaign, over 15,000 new prepaid meters have been installed and more than 18,000 disconnections of illegal customers have been made. President Weah has made LEC financially stable by paying the previous administration overdue debts and by paying his government debt on time. Since 2018, the government of Liberia has been built up to 37 million United States dollars, and President Weah's government has paid up to 36 million United States dollars on time. President Weah has also issued executive orders exempting LEC from paying custom duties and general services tax on petroleum products, transformers, wires, and light poles to hasten LEC expansion program. As a result of all his efforts, 15,000 transformers have been added to LEC's network, while 2,199 kilometers of medium voltage lines have been installed. What a capable leader we have. Thank you, President Weah. Connected to the CLSG lines, fewer residents in Monrovia receive irregular supply of electricity at one of the highest costs in West Africa. The woes of the power sector
callers and those who listen. Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Darius Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah, I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet by the President of Liberia. We condemn it. Now, both say they don't pay to apologize. Lord, let me tell you, this country, they say when you wrong, play traffic and say you're not wrong. They can respect you, they can honor you for the year. Lord, let me tell you something. In good conscience, it's good to admit that you're wrong so that you can correct the wrong. We see the need for the use of private jet. But
I saw that when I was in Abuja when President Waka went there. I narrated that on
yes, we see the need, and I said now, the use of private jet by the President of Liberia. The thing that can solve it, callers and those who listen. Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Darius Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah, I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraints and the reasons and the justification for using private jet by the President of Liberia. We condemn it. Now, both say they don't pay to apologize. Lord, let me tell you, this country, they say when you wrong, play traffic and say you're not wrong. They can respect you, they can honor you for the year. Lord, let me tell you something. In good conscience, it's good to admit that you're wrong so that you can correct the wrong. We see the need for the use of private jet. But
I saw that when I was in Abuja when President Waka went there. I narrated that on
yes, we see the need, and I said now, the use of private jet by the President of Liberia. The thing that can solve it, the private jet issue, is for us to procure a presidential jet for Liberia, for the use of the president and for official use. We did not understand, callers and those who listen. Let me address this private jet issue. My response may not go down well. As Darius Dillon, who campaigned against private jet, use of private jet against President Weah, I want to publicly apologize to President Weah. Why? Because we did not understand the constraint.
President, because they want people to go smoke food. So they leave it in the center of the town. They sell it market and push. Then they can get it beginning to go out to smoke. By now they make more money, right? Then the superintendent come back to they get people to go out to go smoke. It's intentional. That's why they can't go pressure because they want people to go smoke.
Kindly hit for us the share button, share with
right?
friends, share with family members,
So
please.
we gotta say no to kush. We can't do kush again. Liberia is now the center of drugs in this country. In West Africa, Liberia is the center of drugs. Liberia is the place where they can arrest 100 million drugs and nobody is in jail. It means somebody be saying that somewhere know about it. If you didn't know about it, people will be in jail, right? So when I take mother of time, I want to say thank you. We are happy to be in Bond County. This is the right time to rescue this country. After the war, when things got destroyed, Liberians went to the poll and elected 2 persons to fix the country, Madam Salif and Ambassador Bwaka. They helped fix the country. Those days they used to, those are also went to refugee camp. You know how we were treated. The people used to call all sorts of needs. Those 2 people clean the country. When you're traveling, you throw your passport. People say, yeah, the people from Liberia, they are good people. So they set the country in motion and say, President, we are. Vice President Joel Taylor, you take the country, you go carry it. Eh? Unfortunately, the minister breaking everything down. Everything that was in place, the police hub that was here, I don't know whether they stay here again. The police was hungry, so they got to leave. When we used to be passing here, you see the CB Thomas Hospital, you see electricity, everything, right? Go down there and see, I don't know where they get fuel. The last time the people of Bond County, CB came to my office to ask for bus. I said, how can you come to a senator from Lima to ask for bus when you got a safety vice president of the Republic of Liberia? When Ambassador Braga was vice president, his budget was around 1.8, 1.9 million, maximum 2 million. The present vice president got about $4 million budget. Out of 4 million, when you take 80,000 to buy bus for CB, what will happen to you? That's the reason why we need to rescue this country. Drugs need to go back to the hospital. Our people need good health. CB need buses, not just a bus. We can show you that under Ambassador Bwaka leadership, this country will change. He said it already. If you want speed, you want to make money, don't take ministerial position in a job because you'll be disappointed. Go do different things, right? We believe in him. He's a strong person. He worked in this country for over 40 years, both in the private and public sector, and no record on him. The first day I went to the public said, my son, I've been living in the house 43 years. The house have beef for me now because all the children gone. So only me and the woman inside knows the house too big for all. It didn't mean you live in the house for 43 years and the house, small house, the house stay big for a while. Why I want to eat with 100 horses? Why you carry name? I want to say thank you. I know there was pressure in Bond County. Money came here, they paying people to not come here. Those of you who support us and receive the money, we want to say, y'all, thank you, y'all. We know y'all receive the money, but that money y'all receive, y'all know y'all have here, and I know y'all watching up my TV. Y'all thank you. Y'all collect your money, no problem, yeah. The country, when you're not collecting how you manage. They struggle let you, they call your pay, they do everything because they want to be throwing small money around. Tell us somebody throwing boom for the door.
All right, so let's welcome each and every one of you, and please just sit for us. Let's kindly help us hit the share button, share with friends, share with family members. let's get ready. There are too many things going on in the back. We have to make
When
sure
Ambassador Braga
we
was
line
vice
up all of the
president, his budget
videos.
was
So
around 1.8,
just join us, please. That's
1.9
it for
million,
us, the share
maximum
button.
2 million. The present vice president got about $4 million budget. Out of 4 million, when you take 80,000 to buy bus for CB, what will happen to you? That's the reason why we need to rescue this country. Drugs need to go back to the hospital. Our people need good health. CB need buses, not just a bus. We can show you that under Ambassador Barker leadership, this country will change. He said it already. And you want skill, you want make money. Don't take ministerial position in a job because you'll be disappointed. Go do different things, right? We believe in him. He's a strong person. He worked in this country for over 40 years, both in the private and public sector, and no record on him. The first day I went to the public said, my son, I've been living in the house 43 years. The house have been for me now because all the children gone. So only me and the woman inside knows the house to be for all. It didn't mean you live in the house for 43 years and the house, small house, the house still be for a one. Why I want to eat with 100 horses? Why you carry name? I want to say thank you. I know there was pressure in both countries. Money came here, they paying people to not come here. Those are you.
All right.
So this woman, her name's Anne, and Anne has a problem. She really wants a baby, but unfortunately, she can't seem to have one. She tries and she keeps having miscarriages.
All right, so fellow Liberians home and abroad, as usual, we want to ask that you please do us a favor, and that favor that I require of you is to hit for us the share button. I'm sorry, I'm having some problem with the lightning here, but I will solve it. Let me see how we can solve this problem very, very quickly. The lightning problem here is just give us some few seconds. Let's solve this light problem here. Let's solve this light problem. Let's see if we can have this problem solved immediately. Bear with us, it's not easy when you are presenting at the same time producing. It's very, very hectic, especially with the kind of system that we are using. This is not the normal phone system where we can just, put the phone on and we be good. This one is the whole system that we are using here. So please bear with us while we try to straighten up the lightning system. All right.
What's the current monthly income of a governor and members of the board? Question.
So currently, the salary is $10,000 gross. And I am entitled to, I think, 7,008.
No, you acting governor, don't think now. You already been
Yes. But this is it. Since I was appointed acting governor on August 1, I have not attempted taking the salary, the benefits, neither have I moved.
No, that's not my question.
So after your
nominee,
I will.
You won't do pro bono fund. You won't do pro bono fund. What is the salary structure? The income, monthly income structure.
That's what I was saying. The salary, that's the gross, and a cash allowance of 7,800 gross.
You have not answered the question.
That's one player. So have you asked him for all the benefits of
yes.
Well, okay.
Yes.
So the governor, again, gets a monthly salary of 10.
All right. So just bear with us. We are trying to work on the lighting system right here. So, bear with us. It'll be good. This kind of how you call coloration is not too fine. Okay, but we are good. Just bear with us. It's not easy, eh? I think we are good. We'll be fixing it in the back there. But again, we want to say welcome to each and every one of you. We do appreciate you. All right. Okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. All right. So we want to appreciate all of you. We want to thank you so very kindly for joining us. It's a privilege for us to have you here. So please, again, those of you that are joining us on the YouTube, on our Facebook pages, we want to say you are welcome, including those of you who are joining us on X. It used to be Twitter, but now it's X. We want to say you are highly, highly, highly welcome. Thank you so, so very kindly. We will not tolerate this kind of, bad comments here. You have the right to disagree, but again, when you come and using these kind of full letter words, we'll not tolerate it here. We know that some of you, you know, all the training that your parents gave you, you choose to leave all of the training, and just get a behavior in you that is completely contrary to what your parents instill in you. So those of us here on the social media, we are also taking the place of your parents. So when you come and you don't know how to get yourself involved in this kind of discussion, it is incumbent upon us to be able to train you. So if you don't know how to join in a discussion and disagree in a way without using invectives, here we also instill discipline. So we also discipline you too. So if you come and you want to disagree, that's fine. You can disagree, you can disagree with whatever we are saying here. If you even want, we can send you the link. You come to and then, provide your own information. We'll do that, provide a platform for you that you can come and disagree with us, that you can come and, and make your own point. But to come here and start using full letter words and all the other different, words around here, we are sorry, but we will not tolerate it. Yeah, my people, will not tolerate it. No matter how you are or your name, will not tolerate insults, because this platform, we have too many people. I mean, our children are also following us. So we can't just allow this platform to be as it is. No, we'll control it. Yeah, we are not looking for numbers. We are not just looking for people to just comment. We are looking for people who will contribute, who will disagree in a most civil manner. So to all of you that have joined us, I want to say thank you. You are welcome. We are privileged today, fellow Liberians, to be joined by one of our brothers. And we're going to have a very nice time here today. A very nice time. We're going to have a very wonderful time. We are privileged to be joined by J. Randy Dapo, who is with us. Mr. Dapo, are you here? Are you with us, sir?
Yes, Prince, I'm already here. You just have to
Oh,
bring
okay.
me on.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay. Uh, okay, I'm only seeing the audio. Are you here with the video too? Okay, I'm seeing device not okay, is connecting. All right. All right, so it say it's connecting. Device is connecting. Let me see. All right, so he is connecting and he will be with us again while he is connecting. While he is connecting, I want to welcome all of you. I want to welcome all of you. All of you are highly welcome. Thank you so very kindly for joining us. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so very kindly for joining us. I want to say you are welcome. Thank you. Thanks to all of you. And just hit for us the share button. Just hit us the share button. I'm seeing that is saying here. Okay. Okay. Wilmot is here with us. Okay. We are waiting for our brother, J. Randy. We are waiting for him. I'm seeing device not connected. I'm waiting for him here. So he is with us. He just need to come on live to connect his device. I'm saying that it's saying here device, you know, uh, Device not connected.
Oh, Prince, let me just log back. I don't know what's going
Okay,
on.
okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, you can just log out and log back. But I want to say welcome to my brother Jake. Jake, how are you, Chief?
Salute to you, brother. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm okay. I'm doing good. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great. Yeah. So we are expecting to have our brother also Frank with us. Frank is here. So we are expecting to have him here, and I'm sure he will be with us. So we're going to have our brother also Randy. Randy is going to be with us, as a guest. He's going to be with us as we discuss these issues, and we are also expecting someone else here. Let me see if I can call him over. Let's see if we can call him. Okay, so okay, I'm sure he will, get to us. I just call him, just send me a message. But my brother, I know a lot of things have been happening. A lot have been going
Mm-hmm.
on, with Liberia, the world, and just name it. But let's hear from you. I know before we enter into our discussion, I know you have some other issues on your plate that maybe you just want us to hear. But let's hear from you. Let's hear from you.
Yeah.
What do you have on your plate? Let's hear from you.
To the followers, I have to share this video. And let's be on the show again, Prince. Thank you for everything you're doing for Mama Liberia, especially on the Palava Hut, for us to share our view and to debate in Liberia there. Yeah, for me, I have two things to say here tonight.
Okay.
Beside the agenda you post in the on the Palava Hut. Like
Okay.
the by-election that coming, the by-election that coming in Lima County, the by-election for the
Okay.
former senator seat, and and the I saw Gongo one on spoon talking about the rule of law that been broken by the Unity Party government led by Joseph Walker. I want to talk about that. Then I guess something probably when everybody come or I get it. I want you to give me like 5 minutes. I'll get something of predation. I will predict certain things that will happen. I'm a prediction. I've foreseen it coming because all the rule of law being broken in the country. So that is two things I have on my mind to say here tonight.
Okay. All right. No problem. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's fair enough. So again, fellow Liberians, we urge you to do us a favor, and that favor that I require of you is to, just hit for us the share button. Those of you that are following us on the YouTube, we want to say you are welcome. Those of you following us on the Facebook, we want to say you are welcome. Thank you so very kindly. And let's get ready, let's get ready as we bring you the information. So the first thing I want us to start with here, while we await our people to join us, especially our brother J. Randy Dapo, has to do with the USAF funding that have been cut. As you may be aware, is something that we discuss. You know, President Trump
Mm-hmm.
is now the president of the United States of America. His agenda is to make America great again, not any other nation, but he says, America, or he's saying America. And everything that he is doing, according to him, is geared towards ensuring that we can have an economic boom, that job can be restored to the country, that monies that are going out or money that, uh, they've been spending on other nations and gaining nothing back, that money can be kept and used here in this United States of America. You say that has been one of the, one would say, help, or one of the greatest, organization there of the United States that have been helping other African nations. We see that they have cut now their support significantly Like other African nations, Liberia is no exception. $17 million was taken. You say also contribute towards the budget, $17 million, and also towards the National Election Commission, some voter confidentiality. I think about 1 million plus or so was
4 million. 4
well.
million.
Okay, 4 million. Yeah, 4 million. Was withheld. All of these support, they are not going to be coming again from USAID. And there are people who are raising concern that this will affect us. In fact, I read something online. I did not really go in depth, but from the finance minister, Egosin Kwehigafuan, who lamented, about this particular, one would say, drawdown in the support of USAID that is definitely going to put some strains on our economy, is going to seriously affect us. But beside all of these things, there is something that we are seeing which is very, very much troubling. In time like this, when you have all of these expenses, I want to welcome my brother Julius Banto. You are welcome. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. When you have all of these expenses that have been cut down, or all of these different, one will say budgetary support that were coming from USAID, it has been cut down. You will expect that the government of Liberia, under this experienced man, so-called experienced man, who has all of the connection, you will expect that they will be able to exhibit some level of financial discipline, some fiscal discipline, so to speak. That is cutting down on some expenses, making sure that money is not just, being used extravagantly, that we can manage our resources, so to speak, that we can manage our finances. But it is unfortunate that instead of the government of Liberia cutting down, in fact, they are even adding up now into some of these things. They are even adding up, making all these kind of, funny expensive. Joseph Numa Boeka now, his budget, he has increased his budget. In fact, as we speak now, maybe half of the budget, or almost half, or almost all of the budget has gone towards his own, traveling expenditure and all these kind of funny thing. Ministers are just allocating money onto themselves. Those that are from the diaspora who are working in the government, they are entitled to housing allowance. Some of these people are taking up to $8,000 for housing allowance. Some are taking up to $6,000. Some are taking up to $7,000, and some are even taking up to $8,000 housing allowance. And some of these ministers, they are getting a weekly padam and etc. etc. And most surprisingly, this I'm going to play. Governor of the central bank are taking just some huge amount of money in the wake of all of these that we are talking about. The benefits and salaries are just is beyond the ceiling. My brother, I want to play this. And I want us to let me play this, and then from here we begin our first discussion. Let's play this right here. Okay, so we are going to play this, and I want you to listen. This is the central bank governor designated along with his, people through their confirmation hearing. And he was being questioned by their own man, the pathological liar, Darius DeLon. So it's a 6 minutes video. I want people to listen because there's going to be, we'll incorporate this in our discussion.
What's the current monthly income of a governor and members of the board? Question.
So currently, the salary is $10,000 gross. And I am entitled to, I think, 7,000.
No, you acting governor, don't think now. You already been
Yes. But this is it.
Are people, you're listening? Oh?
Since I was appointed acting governor on August 1, I have not attempted taking the salary, the benefits, neither have I.
No, that's not my question.
So after your
nominee,
I will.
you want to do pro bono fund. You want to do pro bono fund. What is the salary structure? The income, monthly income structure.
That's what I was saying. The salary, that's the gross, and a cash allowance of 7,800 gross.
You have not answered the question.
That's monthly. So are you asking for all the benefits of
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yes.
So the governor, again, gets a monthly salary of $10,000 gross, cash allowance of 7,800 gross. The governor is entitled to a housing allowance monthly. No, monthly is 5,000 gross. He's entitled to.
So leave it, bro. That comes in. Yeah.
No, because the tax rate changes.
You use 60,000 every year for housing.
Yes, gross. So it's paid less taxes. So that's the gross.
So you got 10,000 gross, 7,000 gross, then another 5,000 gross.
Yes,
Who are the gross that give me a total?
Well, that's 15 plus 7. That's 22.
Okay, 22,000 gross.
Yes.
Net?
Net, I wouldn't say because I have not taken it, so I wouldn't know what is net. And again, the net will vary month to month. Yes, I paid it.
So you should know.
The monthly salary of the deputy is 9,000. And then the housing allowance 46,000 annual. There is the monthly cash allowance.
Okay, let's
You are acting deputy governor
here.
as we speak. You've been there for how many months? Acting.
Since September 1st.
Since September.
Yeah.
You should know what you're earning monthly or head already.
Yeah, that's what I don't know.
No, but you come here across as a showman and you're not using the back. I'm not hearing you.
Okay, so I just want to stop this here. I want to stop this here. And while we just, move on, I want to stop this here. We have our brother Randy is with us. Randy, are you there?
Yes, Prince, I'm here.
All right. Okay. So you are with the audio, right?
Yes, I'm with the audio and the camera too. So
yeah. Okay. Fine. Hey. Okay. That's right. That's good. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So again, fellow Liberians, we want to welcome our own brother J. Randy Dapo. I want to say you are welcome, sir, and thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, sir. So, fellow Liberians, we decided to start with our first story. This will just be a passing through. But before that, we want to again welcome J. Rennie Dapo. J. Rennie Dapo, welcome under the Palava Hut. This place is not a strange place for you. Thank you so very kindly. You are welcome, sir. Sorry, you are muted.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I kind of appreciate you for allowing me to come here at a very short notice because I know you've been a very good guy and still a guy. So thank you. I just want to say something. I do have my show tonight, so I will be starting my show at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever time I can share with you guys, I hope. But maybe another time I will have to, we have to arrange it so that way I can be here and then until they start to the end of the show. So thank you for having me here too. Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you so very kindly. Thank you so very kindly on a short notice. Actually, you did exceptionally well. Not many people will do that. They will want to, kind of refer you to another day. But thank you so much on a very short notice that you were able to, to come on. Thank you. So we want to start with the very first story. I'm very sure you've been following this. Liberia, you know that USA has cut its support, significantly to Liberia, something which has affected our own, budget of 17 million and that of voter confidentiality from the National Election Commission, some $4 million. the support from USAID that used to go towards that. Now it has been cut short. But in the wake of all of these things, it is sad that we are seeing something that is very, very odd. The government continued to spend extravagantly. They continue to allocate resources, to people, but yet the finance minister is crying that we do not have money around the place. We don't have money. But you just listening to a video of some two nominees from the central bank, the deputy bank governor, nominated by Mr. Boeka, and also the bank governor nominated by Mr. Boeka, giving us a breakdown of his salary, the one that he will take home, a take-home salary of some, $22 million. Sorry, $22,000, and comes to housing allowance. This man is almost going to be taking, for a monthly housing allowance, going to be taking somewhere around $5,000 plus. When you put everything together, we're talking about pretty close to $60,000. This man, is going to be taking. I mean, for housing in a year time. I want to start from you. Since my brother, we are here. I want to start from you. What do you make of all of this? In the midst of all of these financial constraints, where the government say, there are budgetary constraints. In fact, sometimes we look in the budget that they will put certain amount in the budget, but at the end of the day, the ministries and agencies will not even get it. Like, for example, they will allocate something like $1 million to MVTC, or maybe the Morovia Transit Authority. At the end of the day, the actual that will come to them will be somewhere around 400,000. And yet, with all of this, you have government taking money, putting it in the pockets of people. According to information, people who are from the diaspora working in the government, they are entitled to weekly allowances. Some are receiving 2,000, some are receiving up to $3,000, and they are giving resettlement. They call it resettlement fee. All of them were giving the amount. Some depend on the ministry. Some are giving 45,000, some are giving 30, and some are giving 20,000. Let's hear from you. Do you think that this is something that we should encourage as a government? Where are we as it relates to this? Let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, Prince, before I start, I'm getting some sort of feedback. I don't know whether you guys
Okay.
can put yourself on mute so that way the
Yeah.
listener can be able to hear. Yeah, I think it's much better now. And thank you for
Okay.
that.
So.
Yes, thank you for that. So
Okay. Yeah.
thank you,
So
Prince.
anytime you ready, Jake, you can just unmute yourself. Yeah. Anytime ready, you can just unmute yourself. Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah,
Let me
so
mute myself too. I think
thank
so
you
that I
so
can get
much
feedback.
for laying out the premise. I think as a country that have been in existence for 177 years, you imagine in the 21st century where we are looking beyond technology now and looking at artificial intelligence, we will be, somehow keeping up with the most advanced countries in the world. But it is quite a shameful thing to see us at this stage of our country existing and the world progress that we are still on the back end of things. I know we are in the 21st century, but if you minus 100 years, we are still like in the 19 or 20, 25, and we're doing it in the 1925 era. Why it is true, Prince, that I don't agree with everything that President Trump is doing, as far as you say go, especially when it comes to Liberia. I mean, 100% of what you say. I mean, the heart that they have placed with regards to you say, particularly Liberia. I'm in 100% support of that, and let me tell you why. You will remember last year, July 26th, there was a lady who came and spoke at the Independence Day and said that, oh, Liberia has been short-handed by the United States. And the United States are giving more to Liberia than what Liberia received from the United States. I did not hear anyone coming out to mention what Augustine Gaffwan said, and to show to the orator of that day that look, the United Nations have, the US have been giving all the different subsidy through the USAID program. I didn't hear anything like that, but to hear Mr. Gaffwan now and laying out some of the things that USAID has been doing for our institutions such as the school, other government policy program. And it became a surprise to me that when somebody misinformed the public and they just sat there and did nothing in regards to that. So I think it is a wake-up call for all countries that have been receiving usage services to rethink themselves and to re-engineer themselves, look at their program, and tend to evaluate what needs to be done. Because Liberia has been receiving aid from the United States for a very long period of time. And one of the statute aid that we have today has to do with the JFK Medical Center. That center was built, I believe, in the late 50s, early 60s. But look where that hospital is today. We have not had any upgrade within our hospital, but we have been receiving funding for so many areas. Now, what have we done with the aid across the country? All right. No report has shown that when we receive the aid, here are the implementation, here are the achievement that we have gathered so far. We are not seeing that. Prince, you cannot dig anywhere to see anything that is applicable to our institution improvement as it relates to USAID. And those, who are paying taxes in this country, they need to know. Not many Americans knew about USAID, but thank God that Mr. Trump has opened their eyes to bring that out. Number two, we have so many unuseful ministry agencies in the country. When Mr. Walker came to office, I proposed some suggestion here, looking at the same efficiency to improve. Like, for example, if we have the Ministry of Postal Affairs, it's a whole ministry. But what the Ministry of Postal Affairs has been doing since it existed, Ministry of Postal Affairs should be working with the Ministry of Public Works to look at how we build in our country, how we should lay our street before we put a road. The ministry get money, whether it is USAID funding them, whether it's the government budget you talk about funding them, they are not providing any proactive or delivering services for the people. So when USAID is sending money that affect every institution and we are not helping ourselves, I would say yes, for the USAID, I totally agree. Until Liberia can redefine itself and as to how the money has been used. I just listened to Sir Joseph calling for an audit. That to me is belated now. Nevertheless, it still needs to be done. But these are things that we need to be able to audit our internal program that get money externally, that show this is what we're doing, and we can provide a report to the international community and say, look, all the donor money we have, here are the project we are taking charge of. Because the reason the whole heart for the USAID thing is to carefully look at what are we spending our money for? What result are we getting? What benefit? How are these people appreciating what we are getting? No report. No report. A Liberia providing a report, guess what? Our foreign minister, our ambassador here will be reaching out to their counterpart and say, look, these are all the things we've been doing. And little by little, you see that door will start to open a little bit. But as you can see, Prince, there's nothing we have so far. So this government has just been nothing but a wasteful government that had no standard, that had no structure. They just came to power. Remember, these guys were there before. And you think when they come over there, they will start to turn on all the rifle lights to make sure that we get a clear pathway. I'm sorry for interrupting you, Prince.
Yeah, thank you. We'll go to our brother Jake for his comment, and probably he will have question to also ask you. My brother Jake, you listening to Jay? What is your own take on this whole USAID, cutting down their support? Others will argue that look, USAID has been a very, 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 very great partner to us, and we believe that with this particular cut, it's also going to affect our peace. It's going to affect our security. It's going to affect us as a people, as a nation. It's a threat to us. What do you make of this? Let's hear from you. And if you have a question, you can post to Randy.
Yeah, thank you. I will differ a little bit from Brother Randy. Thank you, Brother Randy, for what you're doing for Liberia. To follow your page sometimes, to follow your show sometimes. Salute to you. Continue doing what you're doing for Liberia. First, you already know I'm a fan of Donald Trump. So I'm not living in America, I live in Europe. I want for his country to win. He came to power and the American people elected him. So according to the campaign promises of what he's doing today, let me tell you something about the USA problem. They use it all around the world. They use it. It's over $50 billion. It's over $50 to $75 billion with a B all around the world. They get program for AIDS, different situations. But when they made him to power, he was there first. He knew it. When he came to power, he said he would drain the swamp. You see, all that USA all around the world, it's not for the internal purposes. No, it's not for the internal purpose. These people they will send the money to favorite countries, then they'll get the kickback. And the kickback, this is a real rampant corruption. Now, what Trump is fighting, Elon Musk is fighting, like any $17 million per year. You heard this, even you heard the way we're talking about Liberia. Trump need Liberia, this media need Liberia, over $4 million. $4 million island for election whatsoever in Liberia. I told Liberians that election that happened in Liberia where Georgia lose that election, McCarthy, they were all involved. You say they were all involved to bring McCarthy to power. They cheated in that election with no aid. But let me say, why United Party people crying wolf, Prince? Why they crying wolf for $17 million? Then so you play a video here where they don't question your guy from the National Bank about money whatsoever. It's laughable for me because they seen Senate 22 getting into that same Senate $22 million important mod. They never did nothing to Giddies. They never sacked Giddies. So when they complain about $17 million government, let me tell you something. Government said they were smart. They smart. They too educated. They good finance people. They smarter than Samuel Tuede. That was $17 million the whole United Party crying for. When CDC on that watch 3 years of COVID. 3 years of COVID when the world was locked down, no international donor, nothing going on, everybody concentrating on that country. Then that $17 million they say the country will go in disarray. It's laughable. It's laughable, but the smart people, what they call us, the United Party. They say they get all the connection in the West, they get connection in Congress, they get connection in, remember all these days, during George Weah time, the Yesini, all these people, they're going to Congress. They say they're lobbying for sanction. Preaching let level you wish for so they can have it. They call it common. A common happening to them today because why? They need to go to the well, oh, they must sanction Liberia, they must sanction Liberia. Now, the United government pull out USAID to investigate. They're crying for $17 million per year, just $17 million per year. We'll get natural resources, other things. Then. So they didn't get contact to go around. And brother Ronnie said, they cannot put, they say, where would they with the money? What would they with the money? They come, they go to the Secretary of State in America, Rubio, and the new Secretary of State say, oh, yeah, you say you're blacking USA from Africa, especially my country, we're a poor nation, but you have been doing with this money. So you want to rethink, you want to start the aid, you want to rethink. You want to rethink. He made a good suggestion here. They say they are smart people, right? But when they cry when they use it, it's American money. We know a bit existing long term. But another sheriff in town in America is a new sheriff in town. They call him Donald J. Trump. He put in his country where? That's why I say make America great again. So I know why they work. Why African people get problem when they use it? So they make crapping down on corruption. Crapping down corruption the highest level in America. Nobody knew America was corrupt like that. Now when they use it, that's when they use it, they find corruption in. Please, you find the news in America, you're living in America. They're cleaning houses. They made that government small. So now when they use it, different, even they will go in the Pentagon, they will even go to the Pentagon, they will even go to different departments. They're just starting. So the United Party-led government will say they were smart, that use their money, they're depending on it, and then the final minister till the country will crumble. It's laughable, Prince. It's laughable. I don't got too much to say. But you play a video here. You play a video here. Let me just tell me small. You play a video concerning Dillon and acting what they were doing in our house. It's a drama. They don't have acting. All that question they asking that bank governor, the deputy bank governor, it's a drama. What you see what will happen down there? When Guinea can spot $22 million on mod, he go to the Senate, let him go free. Then he asking people for that salary. It's laughable, my prince. It's laughable.
Thank you so much. I want to ask Mr. Dapo. The United States have played a very pivotal role in the democracy of the world, whether we like it or not. And one would say the reason why, to some extent, you see that there is, some curve, in at least the lower direction in some of these insurrection, in African countries and etc., is because of America's own intervention. Like, some of this money is going towards peace building. Some of this money is going towards, building the human resource capacity, educating our people on conflict resolution and etc. etc. So, an attempt for you to cut this amount, they see it as a way of opening the floodgate that, to some extent, some of these insurrection and civil disturbance will definitely increase. Where you will have nations again, or you will have people, going back. Maybe, for example, the health sector, you're going to see a very, very decrease in the health sector because some of this money is going towards the health sector and other sector. We are going to see a very serious problem. Now, how do you respond to people who say, those who are saying that it is right for the United States to hold back this money because or report, etc., etc.? It is because they have their own political view. It is all political, because they are against a particular regime, or let's just restrict it to Liberia because they are against Liberia. They are not looking at the benefit that is going to have on the common people. How do you respond to this, sir?
Well, I respond to it based on our number of existence as a country.
Okay.
And how long I'm getting a feedback. I don't know.
Yeah, it's from our brother. I'm going to mute it. When he's ready, he will talk. Go ahead. You are welcome, Julius Banto. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, sir.
I'm getting the feedback. I mean, let me say, I'm sorry, you already took care of that. My brain just gets stalled here. I would say to them, the US is changing. You see, when you go back to history, Prince, prior to the United States becoming the world superpower, before it was the Roman Empire, and then came to, I think, the African Empire, and then it came to the British Empire, and then right after World War II, the United States became a superpower. And that responsibility came with the US providing services to all countries. And our services have been in existence for a very long time. But over time, things changes. New generation comes in, they have questions. They need to see changes in their lives. So when you see the USA been in existence for a very long time, and today this administration is now asking questions about all that they have been doing to other African countries, how come we are not seeing the benefit? It's all politically related. You see that when people get elected, there are different political issues that brings them to power. So what the nation that are benefiting from the program, what are they doing with this money? And let's picture ourselves here. How long we been in this country? We've been sending, maybe every year we're sending $5 $500 or $1,000 to somebody in Liberia, and you've been here for over 20 years, and you've been sending 20,000, 500 or 1,000, and every month you send out money, and you've been doing it for the last 20 years, and you go ask that person and say, "But what are you doing with the money here?" And the person cannot give you an account. It is a reason that you will say, "What I need to hold back." I'm saying this to say, if we have been benefiting from the foreign aid, what have we done to measure our health sector, to measure our educational sector, or wherever we use that money? What have been the existing data when an administration came to power? What became the current data in terms of institutional performance that we can hold that record and say, yes, when we are came to office, early level education at 35%, when we are led, it was at 55%. And the money we use in all the sector of our government as it relates to usage, here are things that we have been doing. You see, one smart thing the World Bank has done, all the projects you see undertaken now, World Bank used to give the money to the African leaders and other country leaders, but they never used to do the project. So what World Bank did, World Bank came in and re-strategized herself and say, we will dictate the project. That's why you see, since that time, you had never heard any hula baloo from World Bank. They come to the country to say, this is what we're supposed to do. So do we know whether you say is going to be re-engineered, not just to give the aid and to say, you know what, we're going to make sure that this what we want you guys to do. They could take that same model from the World Bank and institute the same thing. So the question that every country is going to be asking themselves, and every citizens will be asking themselves, if all the money you receive, how can you guys now tell us what has been the usefulness of this money here? Because if the people see the benefit, then the people will come out and be the spokesman for the government. They have been benefited. But when it comes to fixed things like AIDS, and, you can provide things for AIDS. But if the AIDS continue to manifest itself, there are two ways you treat things. You can either treat things to sustain the treatment, but not to treat new cases. And so if they keep bringing in new cases and they're treating the old cases, then I mean that we are not being straight in regards to that. So it's all about accountability. And they need to provide accountability for what they had done over the past time.
Thank you. Accountability. Thank you so much. I want to welcome our brother Julius Banto. Julius Banto, thank you so much. If you are monitoring us from the back with another device, I will ask that you please tune it down because we are getting a feedback from your end so that, we can communicate well. Thank you so much. Yeah, whatever the device is from your background, we are getting a very terrible feedback. But again, I want to welcome you. And you've been listening from the very beginning as it relates to this usage, cutting her support. Wow, the feedback. Is there anything that you're using to monitor that you can tune it down so that we can get the feedback? But you've been listening. What is your own take, to just skim over this issue and go to our, main topic of discussion? What is your own take with this usage, cutting down support from Liberia? We're listening to the finance minister of the Republic of Liberia crying and saying that, look, this is going to affect us. Others are saying, some of the money that you say is spending in Liberia is going towards building the capacity of our people in different areas. It's helping the, health sector, is helping in different sector. What have you to say about the cut, or as our brother would say, the redirection? Maybe they are planning to redirect it in another area. What do you make of this usage, cutting the budgetary allotment for Liberia? What do you make of it, sir?
All right, Prince, thank you for having me, and I also want to extend my greetings and appreciation to the other panelists. You guys are doing well. I think the issue of usage should be an holistic approach. We shouldn't politicize it, and the reason is that it's a serious thing. It's very, very serious, and this present administration in the U.S. is prioritizing America. And trust me, I didn't support Trump from the onset, but I fall in love with his policy. The issue of dependency is too much. It's too much in us Liberians. We need to rise up and stand on our feet. My brother, we just listened to the acting governor, the bank governor. The total that came up to 21,000. That's too much money. 95% of the revenue go right back to salary. How do you progress? How much one lawmaker making? 15,000. That's too much. And people should understand that service to country is about giving back to your country. It's not about enriching yourself. So that's why I say this thing, it shouldn't be politicized, because even during the 6 years administration, you say we're also sending aid to Liberia. You understand what I'm saying? But all the time you say we've been hearing about you say, but what's the impact? Like what my brother said. What is the impact? What is our achievement for all the money they have been sending us? So for me, I'm very serious about it. If any administration mean well for Liberia right now, you cut salary down. No lawmaker should be making more than 3,000. No bank governor should be making more than even 2,000. Cut salary down and spend the money in the right place. Because look, this thing is serious. This administration is not playing for. They're ready for this. And to be fair with you, it's just real. I cannot be having or they stab me in my home. I cannot support my home. My children suffering from hunger. And then I try to support your family when my own home is not going well. We have homeless people in America on the street. Even veterans are not even living well in America these days. So it's a good idea to look at their country. We do have our resources. We have our revenue. Let's see how best we can sacrifice to put our country on the rightful trajectory. For me, I support this thing. Look, I think it is because of the foreign aid that's why our people are misusing and abusing public funds in Liberia. All right? Because look, if they stop this thing and people are dying from diseases and medication is not going up there, they see people will rise to the occasion and say, look, y'all cut the money then down. Let's see how best we can build our infrastructure. Let's see how best we can capacitate our healthcare system. Go out those days where you depend on America for everything, my Liberian people. This is serious. This administration is serious. And I want to speak to the minds of underprivileged Liberians. Your lawmaker is making too much money. The cost of living in Liberia is cheap. It's very cheap. You don't need to pay them that money. It should be service to the country. If you can't hold 2000 or 2005, go look for your plenty money job. You understand me? So this thing about you say America cutting aid down, my brother. For me, they're looking at it from a holistic point of view, a nationalistic, a patriotic point of view. And those lawmakers and senators in there, they should see reason. That 15,000 they're making, they can cut it down to either 4,000 or 5,000. Put more money back in the budget. A country is about the people and the country. It's not about you taking pay. How much so much they doing over there to get that kind of money? My brother, I stand to be corrected, but that's my view on the whole thing. Because if they are not careful, things will collapse over there, and people will be dying because the whole hospital system, the healthcare system is a mess. They need money. So that's my point for now.
Thank you. We will move on to the that has to do with the security, straight into our issue. And I will start from our brother J. Randy Dapo. We've seen, I might be wrong, but from what we are seeing, it seems as if the security system in Liberia is getting no better. Every day you wake up, is either armed robber on the other side, dead body is on the other side, policemen get angry and shoot somebody, there is an argument, somebody discharge weapon or so, stuff like that. All of us know when this government took over, there was an issue in the King George, Grand Cape County, and police was sent there to go and see how best they can intervene. And we all know what happened. There were some, firing that went on, and people lost their life. Up to now, nobody have been held responsible for what happened in King George. Of recent, we are seeing people dying in police cell in the name of the hanging themselves. About 2 cases happening in Lofa, more than 3 in Monrovia. I mean, where you get the city now, yeah, where you get all the international people, where people are dying in the prison cell of the Liberia National Police. And just yesterday, we saw what happened, where there were 2 motorcyclists who were on life by police officers. And you just seen, different act that is going on. What is happening in the security sector? What you think is the problem? You think that this thing is something? What do you see? I want to start from you, Mr. Dapo. Is it a deteriorating security system, or is it maybe somebody will say it's just a problem that was brought from previous regime that is just going down the drain, like a river that is just flowing down? What is happening to Liberia as far as the security system is concerned? The NSA now has turned into a allegedly torturing ground. The Liberian National Police now, the last time we saw what happened, police went and robbed some, quote unquote, some investors. Up to now, we don't even know the case, what is going on. Tell us, what is happening with all of these people who claim to have the experience? And let me say, these people were trained by the United Nations. Our brother Gregory Como is one who benefited from the United Nations training. Prince C. Johnson benefited from the United Nations training. But look at what is happening in Liberia with the security. Let's hear from you, sir.
Well, I think what I have been observing over the past 1 year and few months of the Buckeye administration, I think the government believe that it is a war with the population of Liberians, whom is seen as opposition and not as citizen with rights. And with that mindset, there will always be a rigmarole. Now, the issue in Kinjal, one thing our administration in post-war and in our contemporary politics since 2005, one thing we are yet to bring to some level of containment is reconciliation, Prince. We have not reconciled the country. And the reason for that is we have injected politics, identity politics, that had taken us from being against each other, and from a civil war phase, is now put us into a political identity now, which is going to be a very difficult problem to solve, because whether it is CDC in power, there are supporters of CDC that will look at things differently, and then there are people who are in Unity Party who are in power that will look at things differently. Now, we need to bring the country together under the rule of law. So whether you are a sedition or a Unity partisan or any other partisan, when you go out there and do something wrong, we should look at it through the eyes of investigation, due process, and begin to put in place the rest course of action. Now, when you look at what happened in Kinjal, because Kinjal was the first test for the Boca administration to see whether he actually came to bring about peace and reconcile the country. People lost their loved one in a situation. Police were authorized to shoot and kill people. We saw that. And we were hoping that the president would have gone to Kinjal, not just to visit the site, but sympathize with the people. He never did that. And what did that do for the police? It kind of emboldened the police down to say, you know what? This president support our behavior here, where we shoot and then we ask questions later. And then the next thing we know, Gregory Como started visiting people. There was a guy who got shot and killed around the Samuel Kando complex there, you remember? And then there was another kid who died where Gregory Como went and sympathized with the family. And then Gregory Como himself came out and made a statement. I don't know how many guys remember this. He said the police culture will be different now. Now, when I listened to that statement, having lived and seen other countries' police culture, what came to my mind was, what does he mean by the police culture will be different? Because when you come up with new strategy, you don't just give all the topic. If you say the police culture will be different, what kind of culture are you trying to establish? But he did not give that clear definition, but when I gave us a screenshot of that, but what we see today, where police are just indiscriminately shooting and killing people, I can say for a fact that I think the police culture now is to be very hostile, brutal to the people of Liberia. And I'm glad that Front Page and other newspapers now are capturing the Boca administration police interaction with the people of Liberia as being considered as police brutality and lack of human rights. That's good for Boca, because it's going to destroy them. You see, you mentioned about Gregory Como. Gregory Como was trained. Prince, let me tell you this here, and this has been my study for a long time. You see, we the black people, when we are trained by the white people and we maintain and stay within our structure of the white people, we behave good. You just take off from that structure, from that environment, and pour into our own domain. We become very different people in majority. That's who we are. You look at Cummings, for example, how he succeeded in Coca-Cola. It was the white man's structure. He went out there, he put it perform. Amara Conner, who said they were very bold, they say they work for these places there, they're going out there, they give me textbook without even going to the Ministry of Education and say, hey, are these both ready, valid for our school system? No, you're going straight to Bapolu and give me textbook when you have the Ministry of Education that's supposed to validate this book. But if that were in the white man environment, oh, my man, we got to carry you to the white people to go look at it. So you see, our country, only existing as a country, but as far as achieving landmark from landmark, we are not being able. Our ministry are not performing. Sam Boga came to office. It took him 1 year to even come up with a framework document. When I was there, but October of 2018, we had came up with a PAPDP document. Boga had lost completely 1 year to even come up with that framework document. And this year, you just gave me the document this year, right? I'm going to look at the document. Jeremy, when you finish, And just I will get back to you in May. So the framework document that came out this year that's supposed to drive the arrest, they're going to take 2 to 3 quarters to go through that. Now, the national legislature has not seen that yet. So are we looking at this whole year as a review of Boca plan? If so, then we're going to lose 2 years of the Boca administration. So structurally, Mr. Boca has not clearly defined what he really wants Liberia to be. The arrest is not like we're on the Parable Hot show. Everybody watching, but what the meaning of the Parable Hot? Well, Mr. Prince is supposed to define the subject we're supposed to be talking about, where Detroit, where Julius will discuss it. And structurally, he has not done such thing like that. And that's why today the country is all over the place, Prince. I don't want to take up most of the time, as I know other folks have come in, but Boca has not clearly defined where Liberia wants to go. And why did the people even elect Boca? What is the mandate they get to Boca? I don't know. Same Boca being okay. That one thing he had done when Mr. Weah came to office, but the first project Mr. Weah did was to pull road to the two community. Let's look at that comparison. What Boca has done since he came to power. I'll return that to you, Prince.
Thank you. I want to go to my brother Julius Banto. My brother Julius Banto, you are keen on security. And this is something that you has been concerned about from day one. Even honor honor your own, one would say honor your own, government. Even though you may have your own disagreement or the government or the party that you brought to birth. What is happening? Every day we wake up is either police brutality, somebody will die in police with holding cell, police will commit crime, nothing will come from out of it. We have recordings that we can play here, but because of time, we'll not go into the recording. What is happening with the security of Liberia, especially the brutality, mob violence? What do you think is happening? You think this government have missed things, or maybe there are elements within the police force that are political and trying to, maybe one would say, trying to give the security sector, a bad image? Let's hear from you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Prince. On the issue of security, one of the things that I observed that caused that breakdown is partisanship. Security officers or apparatus should act for politics. You understand what I'm saying? Because this thing that extending to the UP administration, the Boca administration, it was also rooted in the CDC administration. Where you saw people doing a campaign with former President Weah, wearing party regalia, securities. The war party regalia with the president. So it caused a split in the security sector and it extended into the Boca administration. So one of the things that I would recommend is training. Make security officers to know that they are there serving their country. Whether UP come or CDC come, you stand for the country. You understand me? With the issue of brutality that you mentioned here, the sector is breakdown. So the sector is supposed to support the enforcement of the law. So if the law is not enforced, then how would people be afraid to break law and just do their own thing? I hope you understand where I'm going.
But what we say, these people were trained, they were trained under the Unity Party government for the 12 years. It was the United Nations that was in Liberia that trained these people.
Yes.
So to blame the CDC, one would say to blame the CDC government or infusing politics, it would be unfair. How do you respond to that, sir?
Prince.
Yes, sir.
The president. The president have the right to security that you cannot take from the president, even if he's campaigning or even if he go to his party headquarters. But no security personnel should wear party regalia and be having gun in their hand. You understand what I'm saying? They can wear their security uniform, they be with the president. I mean, take the security people, take them from politics. They're not supposed to be there. You understand me? They are not politicians, they are there for the state. You get what I'm saying? So all those things now, it causes a breakdown at the end of the day. It is us Liberians that are still facing the problem. So what we can do, let's see how best we can train them. Let's see how best we can resuscitate them. Let's see how best we can conscientize them. Let us see the bigger picture, which is the country. As compared to paying loyalty to one political party that will leave tomorrow. You know the party is there today. You know the party will leave in the next 6 years or for 5 years. The next election, CDC may come again. You understand what I'm saying? But you as a security personnel, you will remain there. So the meeting is training and all those things boils down to money. You understand me? So this is what we're saying. Instead of paying one lawmaker 15,000, giving one head of autonomous agency 21,000, you understand me? Those are places that you need to put the money. Train people, make police officers or every security officer's life better so that they can take their job seriously. But one police officer making $75 or $50 a month, they may have wife and children. All right, he go on the street there, he go to look for $5, $10 to put in his pocket to be able to feed a family because you know the salary is nothing. So now those people that we call leaders in Liberia, and for me, I'm getting to a point that I don't see nobody to call leader again in Liberia. All those guys are just self-seekers. Let us see reason and come back on the drawing table and say, look, this is our country. You understand me? Let's think about the next generation, the welfare of the next generation. What can we do to straighten things in the country? And let's take politics from there. Election will go back into politics. You understand me? The remaining 5 years, let every Liberian come out together and solve this problem. Because whether CDC is in power or Unity Party is in power, this will be a continual process. If we look at it from a patriotic standpoint, we will still live in it. You understand what I'm saying? Right now, as I speak to you, to be very clear with you, there are some security people they feel that the Unity Party people, they hold more loyalty to Unity Party than the country. Right now, it's happening. You understand me? So those people need to be trained. They need to be trained and forget about the party thing. You are not a politician. You are you there in defense of the state. Brother, that's my point. If I'm wrong, let me know.
No, thank you so much. Let's go to our brother Jake. My brother Jake, you've been following what is happening. You have a police director who is more like a political man. He wants to be in the picture. This man have turned himself into a content creator, going around the place with a gun on his shoulder, going where 15-year-old children are having here. And I even correct gun where you fire real 1, 2, 3 times, it will jam in that country. But he passing around. And everyday citizens of your country, they are dying. There are police brutalities and etc. And it seems that if nothing is happening, the man is relaxed. What is going on with Liberia? Is it that this thing is a systemic thing? It's just in the system, or it just broke down, of recent under the Boyka administration? Let's hear from you as it relates to security, sir. Sorry, unmute yourself. Sorry, let me unmute it from my end here. Yes, sir.
Pray. You can hear me now, eh? I'll call it spade or space here. Me and I'm biased. Listen, let Julius take out a political hat. He may not lie on CDC. Let me remind Julius here. The Unity Party ruled for 12 years under President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. What a peace ambassador, George Weah. He worked with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Control the biggest political party, CDC. Every protest in our country, Georgia calmed it down. You know why? Because the peace of that nation, that's its nature. The peace of that country, he wanted peace. Anytime CDC want to do something, you say, no, you don't do this. If they Ellen kept that peace, even some CDC were telling you, why you work with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf? You wrong, Mr. Julius. Let me tell you, reconciliation, don't put nothing on CDC. Put it on the Unity Party. Let me get your own party. Listen, please make it
clear. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just appealing to you. Let us be interactive a little bit. Why you think I'm wrong?
You were speaking about silence. Let me change. Now, how you're not doing, you're party what you're not doing. You don't let debate. You're quick to insult. You don't let debate. Listen, give me change. On your party, Keseli party, your party is a violent party, and the record of a Unity Party. It's a violent party long time ago. Long time, what 20-some years. That party is not about violence. Let me tell you. Because Georgia is a peaceful man, why you keep that peace in our country today. All the protests are there in our country under the 6-year tenure of George Weah. Lie, propaganda. You were all over the social media, the ANC, the Liberty Party. The whole unit, the whole social media were thousands of people. Now I can see nobody on social media no more. You're spread that country with lies today. They will sanction the country today. You see why the Unity Party? Because you say you will dance with the devil. And the devil you were dancing with, I was the Prince Johnson, what the devil Joseph Banker were talking about. All the things are going on down. You know why you're cracking down on protesters in that country? And the same thing, you're king of power through violence. They will break the country down. They don't threaten the peace of the country. They will overthrow the president. They will drag the president. Will get all your video, get all your latest. So when you're there, when the people protest in Jaw, in Grand came on, you get sing out to the Liberian people. Worker authorized police to go kill people to sing on and say, anybody see and hear our government will kill you today. You're chasing press people, you're chasing everybody. You brought all the radical people back from Ellen Johnson said it and the Greco commander were there. The DEA. Why today you dismissed 300 EPS people that were trained by the Liberian government. Train, not job security, that EPS training, your sack police, you're told them you say that regime Tony. So you brought chaos to the country. So when we're really say, we cannot reconcile our country because you prepare propaganda for 6 good years. You think the other people sit and wait the reconciliation what Bagas will bring? He keep the power, he broke all the rule of law, the team position, all the things that United Party brought, and the team position will all honor you break you start challenging the Supreme Court until you bring the first branch of government, the headquarters of the first branch of the capital building, you burn it down so they will get the violent speaker. What are you talking about, Julia? What are you talking about? The only mistake the European people are making, we are documenting everything that Baka are doing they will document everything. They know what you're doing. How can a country get 2 speakers? What's it called today? The disarray in the country. What's it called? It's a united party. Your party is the party of violence. That call it speed of space here. CDC got no in CDC protest center 1 year. Julius, don't be biased.
Thank you. We are going to give you 30 seconds, Julius, for you to respond. Let's get
Thank you. It's pathetic that my brother will say that feedback is coming again. It's pathetic. You can meet that person. It's pathetic that my brother will say I'm wrong, but he was unable to clearly state where I fall short. But to point of correction, my dear brother, I'm not a member of the Unity Party. I was a member of the CDC, the Congress for Democratic Change. So I want you to get that straight. Don't insinuate. Don't provide falsehood. Speak on facts. Don't speak on fallacy. And I said here clearly, I was very clear. I said the partisan security, it started from the CDC and it is also exhibiting in the Unity Party-led government. I'm not saying here that it only happened in CDC administration. And the first thing I came here, I said it very clear. The only way Liberia will move forward is when we take out the partisan regalia and see the country as a bigger picture. You cannot point finger at me and you feel that you defending George. We are more than I thought bullet for George. We are more than you. I was at the party of November 7 when they attacked the CDC. I've been with the CDC from 2005 to 2018. You understand me?
Thank you.
So you are not in a slum like Julius. I was in the four slum, the fighting force. I led the fighting force. Yeah, I ensure that I want to do that. Ensure we are presidency.
Thank you for
so,
that.
No, I can't. Let me learn on this note.
Yes, sir. So
good. So what I'm saying to you here, I left the CDC because of the same reason. What we promised the people, we didn't do it. And for some of us, we decide to stand for something. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, I'm seeing country as a bigger picture as compared to your partisan politics. So thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you. I want us to move to this next issue that has to do with this suspension. Yes, sir. Let's go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
I think every one of us need to take a step back and kind of look at some of the mixed steps and see what are the current steps we're taking and what are the corrective action we can play. I think Detroit made a very, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Detroit. I think Detroit made a very salient point, Bantu. He spoke about Unity Party 12 years, and CDC sat down for 12 years, and CDC kino power, and Bantu, you said people were in the regalia, police officer. That was an error too, I didn't know. But Unity Party were there for 12 years. CDC sat down there. My thing is, CDC should have like fix everything that they thought in their mind that the Unity Party people for 12 years did not do. It did not work. As you can see, Mr. Trump sat down for, he sat down for 4 years.
4 years.
Exactly what people asking to do, right? So let's say Unity Party was there for 12 years, right? And after Unity Party 12-year President Weah came to office for 6 years. But while Mr. Weah was there doing what people thought were the right thing, and other people thought were the wrong thing, guess what? Honorable Boyka, President Boyka was saying that for 6 years watching. So if President Boyka is coming back for a second term, technically at the Unity Party, I think he should be the one now to say, you know what? Whatever we saw we didn't do right, whatever the people did not elect me for, I will try to do it. So to Detroit point, he's right. He had the tenure position. He getting rid of that. The police, he getting rid of that. You Bantu just said on November the 7th, it was during that time they flogged you guys. Boyka should be saying no to all these things because these are things that created the scammages. Now, for Mr. Weah, he was there for 6 years. He's not there now. Mr. Weah now will be looking at everything that's going on now and checking the mark now, like Trump now. What he can see now. So the question here now is, Mr. Weah is elected. All the things now, would that be repeated?
No, let me say this to you, right? Thank you. That's a very good question. You know,
use about 10 seconds because we need to go to the other point quickly. Yes, go ahead.
My brother, Labra is 174 years old, right?
77, 78 this year.
Good. Brother, I beg you. I don't want us going to try back. When we are failed, Boyka failed, let two of them go sit down. We have other qualified Liberians that we can try.
So, you see? So what about, let me do like for like. So what about you Trump to sit down?
I'm sorry, you got to unmute yourself.
Did you hear my question? Maybe Judah, did you hear my question? He's not hearing me, Prince.
Unmute yourself. Julius, unmute yourself. We are not getting you.
Hello, you getting me now?
Yeah.
You see, for Trump, right? You know why they tried Trump again? Trump, they saw potential, and Trump was able to sit back and realize. You think everything he's doing this few days? He started 4 years, so he just started everything. He came straight, bam, 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 from day one.
So you think we are not doing that?
We will not do that. Then you bring back to them. We will be the same. So for me, this is my method. We try. We getting 6 here. He fail. Let go sit down. We get Boyka 6 here. Boyka fail. Let go sit down. Let get somebody else 6 here again. Let's continue that way. We get it right.
Thank you, my brother Julius. Thank you so much. I want us to go to the next issue that has to do with our Mr. Boyka, quote unquote, suspension of officials. When Mr. Boyka took over, he's on record of saying before he will accept anyone, the first thing they're going to start with is assets declaration. And when you read the code of conduct that has to do with assets declaration, section 10.1, it talks about people who are supposed to declare their asset and also telling us that usually your assets should be declared before you take on any office. You declare your assets before you take on the office. While there, at a certain point in time, you declare, and then you also declare when you are leaving the office. Mr. Boyka took over. He failed to declare his asset. We saw that. He failed to declare his asset. His government official followed suit. They also failed to declare their own asset. Now, after 1 year plus, Mr. Boyka now comes out and says, look, I am suspending officials who failed to declare their asset. Do you think that this is just a cosmetic dressing of fighting the issue of corruption? Or do you think that Mr. Boyka is sincerely sincere in fighting corruption? If you look at what happened to Ami Moda, who was accused of, taking some huge amount to buy a luxurious vehicle for himself, this man walked away scot-free without going to the court. When you look at the LRRC, Patrick Wozi, refugee money, Liberian refugee that was in Ghana, as I speak to you, some of them say stranded there. The money that should have been used to reintegrate these people into our society, that money again was mismanaged. In fact, they stole the money, created fake ID card. At the end of the day, Mr. Boyka say you are suspended. So Mr. Boyka is going suspending people, but not taking these people to the law. But there are others who are saying that, all right, at least the man is doing something. I want to hear from you, Mr. Dapo. Is this particular approach of Mr. Boyka, to suspend people who fail to declare their assets and allowing them to just walk without, impunity, with impunity, and some of the people who were involved in alleged, corrupt act, some of them resigned, like our brother Ami Moda and others who were suspended but not taken to court. Do you think that his approach to fight corruption is serious, or this is just something that he's just doing, for the show? Let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, Prince, thank you. I have been conducting a very good detailed research of President Boyka, and I often tell my audience, President Boyka hasn't informed us why he was actually elected for. The only thing that President Boyka has been saying over the past year now, since he became president, is the arrest. So until President Boyka can tell the Liberian people what was he elected to do, there's nothing that President Boyka is doing that would deliver any services to the people. President Boyka has the the constitutional authority to issue executive orders. In addition to what you said, during the campaign, President Boyka was saying the people still got the children sitting on the street, they're saying they're children. Now, one executive order that Mr. Boyka signed to say going forward, I don't want to see no kid on the street. He has that constitutional authority. It is not a law because I go through a constitutional due process, but he has that executive authority to say from today on, there should be no child sitting on the street. All children should be in school. Mr. Boyka had not signed one executive order that will show to us that when he campaigned and said children sitting on the street, the day I get into office, these are things. My brother Bantu talk about Trump. Trump is not going to Congress right now. He's using his power that he has to get things right. But the question is, Mr. Boyka doing that? The answer is no. Number two, you have 30 days to declare your assets. After 1 year, and then you can suspend people. So that means President Boyka does not even care about the code of conduct. It can only come to him when it becomes so monotonous now to the people. It becomes so super popular now. Say, oh, President Boyka, you're putting to declare assets. He did not say, look, my executive order is to ensure that all public officials, you better make sure by the 25th of your 30 days, you better make sure you declare. Failure to declare, you'll be dismissed. He doesn't care about that. Mr. Boyka has not even gone to meet the people of Liberia to say, look, thank you, God, for electing me. Here are the list of things that I would like to do. He has not done that. When it comes to how Mr. Boyka issued his executive authority, he is very selective. And his selection is based on travel lines. We saw the letter of Yumane who threatened a border agent. Mr. Boyka only rubbed that man head, put his hand around that man, and things went away. We heard Majabate calling live on a radio. He is a Russian agent. He's going to kill somebody. Nothing happened. But you and I have not heard anything or saw any video of this lady from the feature area they call Emma Glasgow. We have not heard anything about Emma Glasgow. But the moment thing here like this, Boyka immediately suspended her. We only saw a few people protesting to the National Election Commission. Next thing we know, Borka suspending these people. Borka then came to power. We don't even know what they did to the people they lay off. They did not even evaluate the people. They did not even do it. They laid these people off. It's creating stability. Mr. Borka and Ellen in 2015, 2012, they said by the year 2030, the Unity Party was setting the platform to make sure that Liberia become a middle-class country. It was not by mistake that we are left, because Borka is president now, and he's going to take Liberia to 2030. So let's see whether Borka will be able to achieve that middle class. So it was not by mistake that God told we are out of there. Because how we are going to 2030, the Unity Party people are going to say, oh, we told you that we're going to make that country a middle class country by the year 2030. So that's the positive that I took from there. But with Borka coming with a massive layoff, it's going to be very impossible for Mr. Borka to take Liberia to that level of creating a middle class. Lastly, Mr. Borka has a reputation of working with Ellen. It is going to be very difficult for President Borka to attract investors. Here's why. Two reasons. Reason one, Mr. Borka worked with Ellen, and he is on record saying that it's a lot of opportunity. So wherever he goes, the people always say, that was the guy who said with Ellen, this kind of opportunity. That's number one. Number two, President Borka continued to allow instability, mob justice, police brutality in the country. No investor going to come to that country with that kind of behavior. All because Mr. Borka and his supporter feel that they are at war. And this is why I would agree with Julius. Until President Borka can say, look, we have a country to run. Let us work together. If somebody does something wrong, let it go through the due process. If Mr. Borka doesn't do that, you can give Mr. Borka 27 years. Nothing substantial will return to that country. He will go to all the conventions, all the workshops. Nothing will come to that country. I rest my case. Back to you, Prince.
Thank you very much. I want to go to our brother Julius before we go to our brother Wilma. Brother Julius, you supported, this government from the very inception, and you pledged to Liberia that let's give Mr. Borka an opportunity. And the Liberian people decided that, well, what will be a 1%, 2%, through whatever means, he was given the opportunity. With this issue of fighting corruption, the government took over. We saw $22 million given to Gideon, the public work minister, for, according to Mr. Borka, all rules should be pliable. Unfortunately, that money was used when he went before the Liberian people, that is Gideon. He told the people they must forgive him. There was a mistake.
Yes, Prince, you laid the premacy already. Let me just come in.
Yes, sir.
Because of time's sake. You're talking about the fighting corruption.
Yes, sir.
And asset declaration.
Yes, sir.
Good. Okay. I was listening keenly to see if my brother would go there, but he didn't go there. As far as I am informed, the president had already declared his asset. But I really don't know the time frame when he did it. But to stay on the side of the country, I will also agree with my brother that as soon as you take over, maybe in the first 2 months, make it mandatory. In fact, you the president, you the head. You have to take the lead. Make it mandatory. In fact, if you elect me today after inauguration, maybe after 2 days straight, I declare my asset. You understand me? Then it will make the subordinate, those that are working with you now, will be under that pressure. So look, I gave you 1 month. If you declare your asset, consider yourself fired. You understand what I'm saying? Because look, this is the only way the country will move forward. People going to public offices with no remorse and just want to steal. And that's why you see most of our friends from the diaspora, my brother, they want to work here again. When you talk about working, you say, man, I can't make it without other thing. You go library, get your there, quick, you become money man. But they are not looking at the underprivileged people who doesn't have the opportunity to travel to come to the US. So for me now, look, it's about country more than party thing. I think the president falls short in that line to waste 1 year. But I gave 1 year and then you declare, by this time you fire, consider yourself fire. Then I hire other people who are here to the mandate.
So I want to come in with this question, right? While you I want to come in with this question. You can go ahead and just add it in.
Okay.
Are you a bit disappointed? I mean, with the support what you see this man as, somebody who have the experience, have worked in previous government for 12 years and etc. Are you disappointed with what you are seeing, especially in the fight of corruption? Are you disappointed with the government, or you think we should give it like 3 years or up to 4 years to fight this? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Okay. I think I finished with the asset declaration. I want to go to corruption now. The issue of the fighting corruption, I think he's striving. Is he doing more? No. Should he do more? Yes. For the fact that this administration, at least, you see, he's firing people, he's suspending people. We never heard that during we administration. A lot of people stole in we are government. In fact, the whole says that we had never even restructured his government. A lot of corruption cases, thing was happening. He was not firing people.
So is this
you understanding me?
An allegation, or you are speaking from fact?
I'm speaking from fact. We have never fired anybody for corruption. He says that you are in power. In fact, he never even restructured his government. But at least this papa is trying doing it. Is he doing more? No. Do I expect him to do more than this? Yes. I want him to do more, because look, the issue of going to public office and have that mindset of going to enrich yourself at the detriment of the people is killing Liberia. So I think the president, by right, after you give those people 1 year and then declare the asset, the next month I can't say so long your assets is not in, consider yourself out of job. That's what I expected him to do. You see, but when it comes to corruption, he's trying. He's trying, but I think he should do more. He should do more. Let's see people going beyond bars. Let's see all the other reports. Then since they finish giving the thing or they go ahead to start their work, let the people go into full swing to start doing their investigation on all the other reports. And let's see people who corrupt and stole the Liberian people money beyond bars, freeze their assets, seize their property. My man, something has to serve as deterrence. You understand me? The 12-year United Party government, they looted. They stole. CDC came to, they looted. I was there in Liberia in December. See the kind of houses are offering and build. People that could not even afford to afford a daily meal. Go see the kind of houses that are building in Liberia. I go in Liberia December 5th, I left on that January 10th. Go see. It's the only CDC administration, no. So to be frank with you, look, my brother, for me, that's how I see it for now. Bwaka and we are, they fall under the same canopy, they go see that. There are a lot of Liberians over there who can take somebody from either in America or in Liberia to go be. But man, most of us we want a forward march of the country. Is that all we want? Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear from our brother Detroit. My brother Jake, you listening? Let's hear from you. The fight against corruption. You already know. Let's hear from you. What is your own take? And we will just try to just open the line so we can have an interaction, and then we'll just close on this. Yeah. So let's hear from you, sir.
Chris, if it comes to corruption, it's laughable. 12 years on Ellen Johnson said, let me break something down for Julius here. Chris, I don't tell people I'm a fan of the president. I always tell people I'm a fan of the former president. I'm not a sedition. I know the president long time. Let me tell that Julius man, we're 177 years old, Julius. First year, let me speak to you here. There's nobody in our history that developed Liberia than George Weah. Facts. Go check it. The records are there. A fingerprint all over the country. Your country was deplorable country, village. You never had roads, nothing. You call it spade or spade here. You take on your political hat. I told you, you are United Party man. You argue with me here. You're not George Weah man. Nothing. You take no bullet for Unity. You take no bullet for CDC. Start lying here. Listen, that call it spade or spade. You get your side, I get my side. I'm a fan of the president. There is nobody in present history that developed Liberia in Morlington, the George Weah. The facts are there. That your propaganda you was spraying through him, all the crazy people. The reality not hitting now. The reality not hitting now. Joseph Boakai, with all the experience in there now, all the bogus people, the so-called bogus people, to say the country made a this and that, the in power now, they get no relevant. Gafwana and Fana minister. You compare Gafwana with Samuel D2 now. No comparison. 17 million dollar better in full in the country will going this away. Let me tell you something. COVID happened. COVID got the war 3 years and a half. So for Georgia 6-year government. He put this in all of infrastructure development, education free, building markets, structure. All these things were there.
It was still coming to Liberia.
Give me change. Give me change. Listen, there's nobody developed that country than George. We are facts here. Since 1847, nobody else. Now Todmene, now Tobode, nobody. They brought open door policy, all the crazy thing. We saw more development because your solar election, you never getting changed. 2020 solar election in Nima County, today you get demand. When Baga was telling you,
where's your reliance? Where's your reliance?
Yeah,
give me change. I want level debate. Give me change. You are talking against solid. When they ready to hit on now your propaganda not working anymore. The only thing you're dead, you're bad police boo. Everything you're doing now, you're cracking down citizen. Nobody protesting in that country. You get free ride on a job, the highest protest in Liberian history. When Bali lay down, so you're protesting. When independent people, so you're protesting. You can't govern the country because you're king to the country to last. Today to govern, you're gonna govern to last. Everybody seen it. You get no connection in the Western world. 1 year plus in Boakai administration, you have nothing to show for. Corruption on the rampage, $22 million more. You can't even solve electricity problem. You say you're king of power on Kush. You say drugs are selling Kush. Drugs are engulfed the nation. Your DAE, the DEE, and the oil disarray. Nothing working in the country. We're talking about the bread and butter issue here. What's the bread and butter issue here? You don't even discuss bread and butter oil. Everything skyrocketing in the country. The gasoline, rest, the telecommunity. We spend $300 million to import for goods and services. So what? Nothing will get. Our educated guy will get divided speaker. So who can invest in the country? Who can invest in what can you get divided for?
Prince, can I respond, please?
You're not responding nothing.
Let give you an opportunity, please.
You say you're only
give you an opportunity.
I don't have a propaganda. You must say the truth. You must Boakai fail, when that Boakai will fail. When you fail it, because we see no part, we see nothing United Party doing. We see nothing. We see no left to the tunnel. No, the king of power too last, and they can't govern too last. That's why they're cracking down on people. Education free, nothing happening in the country again. 7 not taking pay. No electricity. You go pay all your bills. No hospital, all deplorable. What they're not increase salary? They got a budget, you're even pass. You're past the budget, nobody know about the budget. You're past that kind of criminal budget. So take on your political heart. Not call it spade or space here. Nobody's stupid here, as we say. Someone go to school. Me, I live in the Western world here. I can do my study. So I have propaganda. You used to preach. You're not preaching propaganda no more again. You get preach propaganda no more. You're in power now. You're going to govern that country, and you're going to let the peace of restoring that country. That's all we want.
Thank you so much. You know, before going to our brother Julius, I want to say this. One of the reasons why President Boakai was elected, and some of you pushed the narrative, is because you guys said, one, he has the connection, he has the experience, and he will come to do things differently. And based on his age, when he comes, he will not be looking for any favor. He will not be looking at somebody's face and say, well, man, you're supposed to elect me, you're not supposed to elect me, and etc. But from what we are seeing, I mean, with the disrespect towards the rule of law, the Supreme Court, what we are seeing, the majority black doing, and all these things that are happening, and with the silence of Mr. Boakai. Julius, do you think that Liberia will be a fertile soil with the disrespect coming from the president towards the court and his silence when all of these atrocities are happening and people in security sector are just doing their own thing? Do you think Liberia is a fertile soil?
There's a feedback.
Yeah, it's from your end, sir. It's from your end.
From me?
Yes, sir. I'm sure it's from your end. Do you see Liberia as a fertile soil where investors can be able to, invest in that particular country with everything that is happening, the disrespect for the rule of law, the president, just using money extravagantly. And it's like everybody just doing their own thing. 280 something yellow machine. Now can ye? Somebody say they bring in Ayalolo boss and all these other things. Do you think that Liberia is a fertile soil for investment under Joseph Newman Boyka, sir?
Yeah, please, let me make it sure. Let me respond to my brother first.
Yes,
my dear brother, it's so good that you say you are a judge, we are men. It is so good for you, but it is disappointing to many of your listeners tonight. I spoke clearly here. I criticized Boyka where he fall short. And I also criticized former President Weah where he fall short. And I said clearly that if Boyka failed, and I'm only using if now because I feel that just 1 year after is too soon to draw a conclusion. If Boyka failed, that doesn't mean that we are two should come back. Two of them should go sit down. And we can find another Liberian that will lead our country. So for me, I'm not wearing any political regalia here. It is you that call yourself a weird man. But what I want to say to you clearly, you are on the wrong side of history. I beg you, forget about our parties in politics and see your country as a bigger picture. I was driving on the street the other day in Morovia when I saw children, school-going children, standing between cars. I shed tears. I don't know when was the last time you went Liberia to go see the development that you're boasting of. There's no development in Liberia. And that's one of my disappointments about George Weah, who I supported. And I felt that he was part of my generation. And we were opportune to come overseas, live overseas, travel overseas before we even took power. You understand what I'm saying? Look at Riyadh Junction. Riyadh Junction, where the former president lived and the president lived. Opposite, right in front of the gas station, there's a big market there. Then you talk about development.
Yeah,
we don't even have residential area.
Yes,
we don't have residential. We have market area. So yeah, listen. Yeah, let me learn now. Let me bring my point.
Yes. Yeah, I just want to put in this question before you go to the point of, this issue of the rule of law, whether Liberia is a fertile soil for investors. So you expected President Weah to transform the country within a period of 6 years.
My dear brother, listen.
Coronavirus that came and etc.
My man, Prince, stop making this show long with your teenage talking. Let there be a show. As long as you talk, I know where you're going. Prince, let me tell you, every country, they have residential, they have commercial. But the CDC-led government refused to enforce those things because they felt that if they do those things, the people will not vote them. And many of them, I spoke with at the time, but then, man, if we take out the children from the road, the children will get vexed. After election, they will take action. So people, most of even this administration, the Boyka administration too, they see power. That power, they look at, they cherish power more than working for the country. And that's why I'm trying to be sensitive in my brother here. That for me, I graduated.
I come to the question because our brother, have his show. He has to go on. So I just want to start from here so that we can conclude this. Is Liberia a fertile soil for any investment based on what you are seeing?
Let me come in with that. The first thing I will tell you, we have 3 distinct branches of government: the judiciary, the executive, and the legislative branch of government. We all learn that. You understand what I'm saying? Every branch has her own hair. There should be no interference into any other branch of government. So the issue, I come in, let me make my point now. So the issue of the legislature, they're supposed to be responsible. They don't expect the president, even if we are a president, hey, happy that we say the same thing I say. You understand? If they cannot solve their problem, then enable the Liberian people to take decision on them. But I cannot solely blame the president. I don't know what he's doing in the back. I don't know what is happening in the back for which I will blame the president. I can't blame the president. You see? But what I'm saying here is that the issue of loving one person and individual more than your country, that was some of us, we let the CDC fall. Because when we won election, after all the years, it took me 4 months to leave. Because I saw things that were happening that were not supposed to happen. In the first 2 months we won the election after inauguration. We have started bringing the last 3 hours down. What is saying?
Yeah, I want to ask this question. Is Liberia, before we go to Brother Randy, is Liberia a fertile soil based on what is happening?
Listen to me. Liberia cannot be a fertile soil now. Anybody that comes to you and tell you say Liberia is a fertile soil, Liberia is not a fertile soil. You understand me? And the result is dated back. Not even with not even with Boakai. The result, we didn't build a foundation. The house, if you want to have a lasting house, you must build that foundation. The foundation should be solid to withhold the pressure that will come from up. If the foundation is not solid, that house will collapse. And that's what's happening to Liberia right now.
Thank you. Let's go to Brother Randy. Brother Randy, judging from what is happening, is Liberia a fertile soil that investors can sit and say, well, our money will be safe in that particular country? Judging from what is going on,
Let me respond to you.
Become the
Let
order
me
of the day.
respond to you.
No. 10 seconds and then we'll go to Brother Randy.
Yes, second.
Yeah.
Yes. Let me respond to Julia. Julia, I'm not on the wrong side of history because Jora became president. So
you are on the wrong side. You are on the wrong side.
History.
In as much as you say you weird man, in as much as you say you weird man, and you are not seeing your picture as a bigger picture, I beg you, join me. Let's see our picture as a bigger picture. You are on the wrong side.
Let him learn. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me respond to Julia. I'm not on the wrong side of history.
You are.
I follow the more powerful, renowned Liberian that graced that soil. He became president. You follow him because of greed. You wanted something from him. So me and I wanted something from him. I know him long time. I'm a loyal person. Believe it. You talking about what he did for the country. What do you mean? You see the main fingerprint all in the country? The Buffalo Hospital, the Ember Hospital, the Redemption Hospital, all the youth.
What I saw there, I saw massive looting. I saw massive looting. That what I saw in Liberia. I saw looting, massive looting. That what I saw in
Let's have control. Let's have control, please.
We are looked at the country. Why you want to prove it like we are that?
Hello?
We are strong.
Let's have control now, Bro Julius and Detroit, please. So, Brother Randy. Sorry, Brother Randy. Let's hear from you. With what is happening, is this atmosphere conducive for investors? Of recent, we saw what happened to the Seti brother, a company that had nothing like safety mechanism into place. Where we work, even our own a cartoon job, we take this hazmat training all of the time because of the kind of things that we play with. Just this gone week, we did another one. I think it's for us, it's after every 3 weeks because you have different things that are coming in, hazardous things that are coming in the building, my other area that I work. So it's like after every 3 weeks, they go over. It depends the kind of materials that are coming in, but where I work, we play with so many different things. So it's a constant training, and they ensure that you have all of the protection. In fact, they have the government agency coming in to inspect. But look at what happened at Seti Brother. The employment system is as such that people who violate employees, they walk away with impunity and all these things. It's Liberia a fertile soil based on what you have seen. Let's hear from you, sir, for investors.
Yeah, I hope you guys will bear with me because of my dog making that noise back here.
Yeah, no problem.
So the fertility, the fertilization of our soil by default is already a fertile soil. When God created the heaven and the earth, God gave every country a piece of land. It's upon the people to develop the land to be positive. So in the context of where you're coming from, I understand. But in the nature of the opportunity that God gave to every country to have a piece of land and the citizens, you have to develop the land. Yes, Liberia is a fertile soil. But the people who are driving our country,
indeed,
in terms of their decision, are they able to maintain that fertilization you're talking about?
Yeah, you're right.
The answer to me is to be determined.
No man, I know. I was saying this every year. You say determined.
It's to be determined. Yes, guys, to be determined. We are still testing every person. Brother Bantu says he don't want Boca fails. So we are still in the state of determining who is fertile. Now, it's not a fertile soil because what we see happening on the Boca administration, investors always look for two things. Or how they call it, stability and predictability. I'm forgetting what. Yeah, prediction. Yes.
Predictability. Yeah.
Yes. Predictability. Thank you. I don't know, for some reason the word just kind of.
Yeah. I think it can twist the tongue too. Yeah.
Predictability. Yes.
Predictability is
Predictability. All right. And stability are the two things that every government needs to establish in any country. But you see, here's the thing here. People often think that government is the solution to our problem. No, government is the problem, not the solution. And here's why. Until the people realize that by electing an official, you, the people, should have your issue on hands to tell the lawmaker that this is what we want you to solve. If not, the government will always present itself as the problem and not the solution, because the people have not informed the government. There is a clip where this guy by the name of Jeremiah Kuhn said, we are just 105. The other people out there. What he essentially was saying is, there are more people out there who don't know what they brought us here for, but we are the problem for these people. That's why he was trying to say. So the question right now is, at what given time are we really going to understand each other? Because right now, our entire 14 counties, including the 15, they are all dysfunctional. So whether it is Ria or Belka or somebody in the future, who can make our 14 counties to be functional? Whether it is Bantu going to River G or Detroit going to River Cess, what happened is something seriously happened to one of these guys. Can they be taken to the emergency hospital for treatment? No. It's something tragic. It's something like that represents a fatality. If you go to those counties, will you be able to get a treatment? No. That is why you see more people visit Monterey County, because Monterey County has the basic human essential needs. The rest of the county don't have all those things. So how do we make our 14 remaining counties to be a functional county? Until we have those things, we need to put a partisan sentiment away. Can Mr. Weah do everything? No. I told you guys about the problem. The government is the problem. The number one problem maker in our country is the national legislature. The national legislature is the number one problem branch in our country. They represent the people. They have the power to remove. They have the power to confirm. But the House of Representatives, that includes the representatives, they are the problem in our country. They represent the 15 countries. But why are the countries so dysfunctional? Because they are not really understood what those countries need. They don't understand. They are understanding those things. So I would like to say thanks to every one of you guys. And Prince, like you said, I have to go to my show now. But I would like to say thank you to you guys. I will still be watching the show after here to see and hear what the court are going to say. But to you, Brother Bantu, thank you very much. You stood your ground. And to you, Detroit, you stood your ground. For me here, it's in the interest of the country. And when we have the kind of debate like this, I think the lawmakers and others will say, but you got to get into it. Even the Weah man will say, you know what? If Bantu can leave and he said, I shouldn't come. But RJ Randy is saying, Bantu, let's see what we're going to do in the next 6 years. Because Boka is
Rennie, I will support you for presidency more than that man.
I don't want to be president.
I don't want to try that kind of guessing error method. Doctor, man, we have seen that they making that cute medicine.
I know you are a victim of expectation, but you got to learn to manage your expectation.
No, but here is it. Even if listen, here is my disappointment. Let me state my disappointment to you.
Yeah.
And I drew a conclusion I will share with you.
All right.
We are generation is our generation, is your generation.
That's correct.
Okay, the opportunity we have before going close to power, most of us we travel, we can't oversee our eyes open.
You're thinking the same story.
Unlike though, then when they came, they saw Camo, what they said, oh, that thing you can drink inside. But for all we knew the difference that Camo that played to defecate, that played to shit. So I expected more of us. We're supposed to be vigorous when we talk power. My man, wipe for our country, clean our country. By the time Baka will be president? No.
But Bantu, I don't want to interfere, but here's what I would have to say here. If you think that we knew everything and you assume that risk, that was a risk gamble to me. I'm not saying, I know you're not thinking that way, I'm just saying it. What I think we are, because I believe in second chance. I think we should be given a second chance, if you ask me. And that is why I'm going to judge him based on his first term. If we can go, we are lost in the first half. If it's up to me, let we come back in the second half. If he screw up, that's fine. Because Eddie said the same thing. When Eddie and Boga ran, Eddie said she only running for one term. A little on in the end, Eddie might say, "Oh, they'll give me second chance." But we all know that Eddie screwed up. But they beg for that time. If we are decided to come back, I think what we need to be doing now is what we're doing on the platform here. You Bantu are listening things that Mr. Weah failed to do, and Detroit is saying that Weah has done this. I think it's incumbent upon Weah now to come up and say, you know what? I'm going to be a change man now. I'm seeing what Trump doing in America. If I get there, it's not happening here.
Yeah, let me just more. Here's the differences. When Trump left power, 4 years, Trump came back, they surrounded Trump, and you see a lot of different people. Those people that you see in Trump's perimeter of Trump today, you saw them the first time.
Some of them were there, some of them are not there today.
Okay, but the key people who they're helping Trump to make decisions now, they were not there. But we are the same very people. You bring we are back, but beg you put me on record. You will say me, you say this. It will you tell that it will be worse than the first one said.
Well,
yes,
right now. So
yes. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Randy, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you very much. Thank you so very kindly for taking up the time. I know you have your show now. You're going to run there, but thank you so much. Really do appreciate. Immediately after here, we are going to jump. It's almost about time also for us to leave. Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you. But I want to say something here to my brother Julius. I want to give my take on this. J. Randy says something. Victim of expectation. Many of us, we are victim of expectation. It's not just one person. It's not just one person. There are times, like you said, my brother Julius, we've traveled. Those that had the opportunity under the Weah-led administration, so to speak, they travel out of the country. They saw things. They live life. But why is it that those things that they saw, maybe they did not just bring it and put it in the country? But there are things that I want us to understand. The first thing is that we need to understand, you took over from a government that led for 12 years and had all of the international support. Nothing, absolutely nothing that was done in that country without the international hands under Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf and Joseph Numa Boyka. In fact, the government was basically in the hands of the international people. We had GMA experts, project was supported internationally, and etc. To the extent that Mr. Boyka himself recognized it and said, we squandered opportunity. Before President Weah could take over, I have the recording here. I'm not going to play it because of the time. Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf herself said it on OKFM. She said, we are leaving the country, unfortunately, in a bad condition because Ebola has ravaged our country completely. All of the sector is broken. You're talking about health, education, and etc. To the extent that Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf herself said it, that the education system was a complete mess. She said it. Now, taking a government from somebody who quote unquote was experienced, and this person is crying that the system is broken down. Immediately, President Weah took over. All of the international money that was coming in from all mail to support all of the different sectors, it was completely cut short. Immediately, President Weah took over. There was this issue of Corona. 2 years of our regime. 2 years of the regime. There was a complete shutdown, not only in Liberia, but the world. Even here, those of us here in the United States, that the government, we had to assist us with stimulus check and all the other different stuff around here. And President, we are taking over a country from Joseph Numa Boyka, who led us for 6 years, laid no foundation, and cried that they squandered the opportunity. My brother, let's be real and sincere. Like we
Prince,
always said
Prince,
behind the TV.
Prince,
Let
Prince.
me learn, sir. Let me learn, sir.
That make it short
I
now.
think,
We're getting late.
yeah. So I think your assessment of President Weah, I think is just, you know, it's wrong. In my opinion,
Prince,
I think
okay,
your
Prince.
assessment is wrong. Oh, the sound,
Yes,
the background is terrible.
yeah, the background is terrible. I know where we're coming from.
I think it's coming from your end.
No, that means check it good. My
Okay,
background.
okay, try. Let's go ahead.
Yes, Prince, let me tell you this. Every government will face challenges. It won't be bread and butter. You understand what I'm saying? Even the United Party government, I think it was Ebola. The Ebola or COVID, something came to in the United Party government, but at the
Yeah,
end.
it was the Ebola, but they were supported by the international. They gave
Yes, I come in now.
support.
Yes. So even with the COVID, I come in now. Yeah, but even with the COVID, the international community also supported Liberia when we have a president. But what
Not
I'm
as
saying
compared
here,
to how they supported the
I
United
come in now. They supported they supported the government too. They helped in a lot of things there. But for
you look
me,
at the budgetary allocations. They even help to pay teachers. I mean, during the Ebola time, they help to pay teachers, health workers. They even supported the budget.
Prince, let me come in now. Prince, let me come in. Let me come in.
Yeah.
Prince, I saying this thing today against the United Party government. I also said it during the CDC government. Prince, to build that country, you need patriot. People will go over there and accept 2000 or 2005. You understand what I'm saying? Good. So the Weah-led government, you have potential young people that struggle to bring into power. We are to power. We are decided to turn it back on a lot of seditions, qualified, competent sedition. You understand me? And brought so stringer. And most of the people he brought, it like, you mean the food done already, can't eat it. And they came there, ate the food with no remorse. They didn't care about. In fact, most of them even used to go to the party to even affiliate with the partisan. They stay away. And the source of the power that you have to be a minister, that let me see the party there. His sacrifices, his sweat. You understand what I'm saying? But if we was to empower the same very sedition, brother, and no sedition, they will make sacrifice and say, look, even if I was making 5,000 and we have this thing, you'll give me 1.5. Then a lot of money go for this project. Your support so our government can be successful. Seditions will do it. That sedition are people who were buying their own t-shirt to support party in devil. So all the brother talking about life, I bought car and offering and shit to labor for party use. But when we want the election, the people who struggle with, who really wanted to make impact, they make sound like all of them. The stringers, and like, they even know how the food are prepared. They can't, all the kind of way. They don't care. They don't even used to go to the party quarter. They forgot about the source of the power. And that's the wrong thing for any politician to do. The people that held that ladder and help you to climb, not get up there and spit on them. The same way they hold that ladder for you to go up there, they know how to take the ladder from under you, you fall down with your back.
So let's come to our brother Detroit. My brother Detroit, I want to hear what you have on your plate now that we are trying to conclude. Let's hear from you. You're listening to our brother Julius, accusation. Let's hear from you, sir.
Yeah, praise. I know where Julia coming from. I get a lot of people that were friendly with George Weah. I get names someone in here that they Macalor, and all these people that George Weah knew during his so-called era in teasing. Let me tell you something, Prince. All of them will still get bitter when George Weah trying to come back. Let me tell you, and George Weah will come back 2029 because the way the Unity Party proceeding, no matter what Julius say, he will facing, he must get political, he must get ANC leader that will facing George Weah, or he can support Jeremiah Kuhn that will facing George Weah. Let me remind this brother. Let me remind you, brother, when George Weah won that election, you say you were diehard sedition before. George Weah first sonar address, go to videos are there on the internet. In the Capitol building, when Ellen Johnson said he was sitting that Sackler Marie Weah, Joria told the Liberian people, the CDC propo government, he said, Liberians, I'm inheriting a broke nation. Go back to a first sooner when you won the presidency. You're quick to forget. We're blaming George. He said, inheriting a broad nation, nothing in the core, nothing special they left in that core. Now when George was transferring power to Bwaka, he left certain money, he left that kind of money there, or he left that money there, with him nothing. That's why he said, in a scene sooner a dread. The high top and our raw connectivity that you are need to spend $2.7 billion to connect the whole country. Go back to the first Sonal speech. You say you are that hard sedition. Trevor inherited a broad nation. Broad nation. They may change. Like your problem is not to people change. They are easy for all together. We settle all together. Our waste bill was high. The waste bill was terrible.
You say what happened to LEC? You say you settled LEC there?
Yeah, $9 million.
We settled $9 million.
That force.
Look at you. What do you mean?
You want me to give you information? Let me provide the information to you now.
We're giving you information.
No, that force.
Let them spend their propaganda. Since they're still putting up propaganda. If they say to me, we inherited the government inherited LEC bill, the high for that LEC bill. And the country, because of the West, they were high. Early plus 65,000 people. The Unity Party almost 65,000 people. When John Garrett came, they added 15. So our West, they were high. So when the junior standard to it, they happened now to the army every day. They saw COVID, you saw the infrastructure development, they building the hospital, they building on the other projects in the country. So, brother, you cannot compare. You cannot compare them. Not
so you think the Liberian people that went to the pool and voted against we are, they didn't know that we are fall short and that's why they voted against?
They never voted against we are. George, they don't show the voting in my country.
Where is the proof? Where is it? So are you saying that we was not defeated in this going election?
If you didn't want a fair election in my country, the vote was first. Now I love with 17,000 votes. Even all I was sitting, intimidation, everything, the facts are there. I was also questioning.
When has the fight? You show me the fight. You're talking, is a fight there? But Prince, let me come out with something. Let me come in. Let me close up.
Yeah.
My man, they sound again. Come again. You get somebody on here that's sleeping?
Go ahead.
Prince, to be frank with you, my brother already, I don't know which part of the war he was residing during the election in Liberia and other stuff. But when you say George Weah said in the first sonar that the country was broke, I will tell you that lie. George Weah took office in less than 2 months. George Weah started breaking the 9th Street Hall, the mansion he built today. In less than 2 months, he broke it down.
You lying.
I was in my water when that house was broke down. I'm providing you facts. I'm making you the information. I think you were overseas, but for me, I was in Liberia. You know what I'm saying to you? So what I'm saying to you, then we are like you see as a God, we are looted Liberia, we are stole. And that's why I'm praying, because I want it to be that witch hunt. Let the Unity Party task force on corruption stand. After the Unity Party, the next government that will get to that same task force will continue to work.
So
that's the only way.
I want to play something here. Yeah, I want to play something here.
So you want me to learn again?
No, I just want to play something because you will learn on this. I just want to play something here very quick. We told you from the beginning here, and you said that was bad.
What did you told me from the beginning?
When President Weah took over, there was some huge amount that the government of Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf had in arrear with the Liberia Electricity Corporation. In fact, the entire country was in darkness.
Hello, listen to me. I never said that. Listen, I was trying to answer that question. I never said that the Unity Party government never had debt. That's not what I said. What I was saying here, and you gave me a chance to speak, was CDC government politicized the whole quarantine. they gave comment to people in the Southeast, all the Southeast counties. That bill came, it was heavy, the government could not pay it. They let that bill today with the government.
No.
So you talking about they pay or they never pay all that lie.
No, I want to play you something here. I want us to listen for the audience.
Yeah, but I'm giving you the information I'm giving you. There was go and do your research.
Background noise is terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened here. The background noise is terrible. I want to play this for the audience. You are on mute, Julius. You are on mute. I want to play something here.
Oh. Yeah, what I'm saying, Prince, before you play, why you say you want to play? The CDC government politicized the current. They gave all the counties in the Southeast, I think Nimasa is included in that current, and the people don't have meter. So when that bill came, when the Afghan government gave their bill, that's where the problem came from today between the Liberian government and the Afghan government. You know what government can do?
Judah, your propaganda
is actually
it's true.
The government politicized electricity.
It was politicized.
People supposed to benefit from. So to give people electricity that politics business.
No, you know what? No, listen. You wait. No, information.
Okay, go ahead.
You know why I said they politicize it?
No.
Good. If you gave their house electricity, you must have meter. They put more car and read the meter and give me bill because I'm using the current. They didn't do that in the Southeast. It was just that you take it. We have to take current. They took current now. I hope you listen to me tell your video for me now. They took current now. The people bill key. My girl, they ain't having the money again to pay the bill. They want the problem last today.
Okay, that is not. I want to play this, and I want us to just get ourselves on mute so that I'm going to put myself on mute. Let the audience listening to this, and within the next few minutes, we will be out of here. I want to play this, my people, and I want you all to listen.
Those things are affordable, so now everybody pays and everybody go for it. If it's not affordable, the only thing you're going to see is power tech. So we got to see those delays. Our people need help. If we don't have that, they're going to steal from us. They're going to make sure that the cost structure, case steady. April 14, arrest. No, don't take it serious. When we go in the street, a young kid, people think that they get trouble, but it took away from government and it brought war. So we don't play with people busy in their citizens. We have to do everything to solve it. And we want to work with our partner. Our partner have to understand that, the people needs and wants, and that's what we can play with. Those things get taken away, government easy. You see France? Yeah. They raise the cut taxes for business owner. People getting to almost 4 weeks, almost going from now. You saw Greece in 1996. Therefore, university student, Greece were on fire. So we gotta be careful. We gotta be serious too. So it's a fun presentation. But, if they need help, we need to help them. That's what we did. We came here, we had $6 million. $9 million, okay.
Now, I show you listening to this. I just wanted us to listen. Around this table is where you have. I'm sorry, the background noise is too terrible. Can we just mute ourselves, please? Okay, thank you. Yeah, let's just mute ourselves. Around this table are those actors in the electricity sector. To the extent that President Weah was even saying, he was even underestimating the amount. And somebody had to do the correction and say, no, Chief.
The man never even, don't tell it, the man never knew the amount. Somebody can correct him.
No, listen now. Listen, my
friend. Don't say underestimate. The man didn't know the amount.
Estimating the amount.
No, when you say underestimate, it is like he never knew that it was the amount.
No, I'm saying underestimate. That's what I am saying. That's what I choose to say. It's underestimating the amount. Now, to the extent that they have to come up to say, no, sir, it is $9 million. So President Weah took over paying an arrear of $9 million. He did not stop there. He ensured that we have the CLSG line that was able to give current to people all the way. I'm sorry, the background is too terrible. Let's just mute our background. We'll give ourselves time to talk. He gave electricity current to people in the Leeward County. And our brother is, saying that what happened was political current. So for people to get electricity, people who have never received electricity since the foundation of Liberia, for you to carry current to these people, what make it to be political? President Weah was there 6 years.
Prince, I'm right on the show. Stop lying.
No,
and let me say this to you. You in America. No, listen now. You in America. You live in America. Nowhere in the world that you give people current free. And I want it there in the Southeast. Nowhere in the world you give people current free. And we are admitted, listen now, we are admitted to what I just said. He afraid because why? It will cause insurrection. So because of insurrection, you gave the current free?
No, that was not the case.
No, listen, Prince. At the time, they still giving the current to the people in the Southeast with no meter. There's no meter. I'm telling you what I know.
It's too horrible. I'm telling you also what I know. What happened is that when this CLSG line.
But Prince, you spoke now. Let me talk now. You were talking. You talk. Let me talk to you now.
No, I gave you all of the time. I just
no. You better talking. You better talking. I've been listening. No. You show the video. You talk. What you want to talk?
Well, you gave me a chance to learn. You are jacking me. Let me learn. So when President Weah took over, the first thing he decided to do was to send the CLSG line in the entire county, so that first of all there can be electrification. From the electrification, we go about installing all of the meters. And that was what was done. I have the video. I have another video here where you will see the LEC panel, even in River G, on the houses.
Prince, nowhere in the world that you provide current without meter. Now what they did in Southeast, nowhere in the world that you give current without meter.
The government was paying. Right?
Good. That's why I told you. That's why I told you it was political because government could not afford to pay for everybody. That's it. Listen.
Anyway, let's go to our brother.
If government was paying, then why? No. I'll say anything. How you go to your brother? I gotta come in. No. Let me come in first. I gotta come in. Then we'll go to you.
Yeah, let's go to Jake.
You're spotting the show.
Let's go to Jake. Let Julius.
Okay, what I was saying here in short, Prince.
We're just talking here all day.
What I was, Mama, talking now. You see, you come. Let me learn. I told you that Prince, that your partner,
Julius,
the other people think.
But the man gave me tell me talking.
Yeah, the other people think.
Chief, almost about time. I gotta go on my hustle, man. Yeah, let's use the next 2 minutes. Chief.
Okay, Prince. What I'm saying here, the mistake our brothers made, they politicized the quarantine, and all was gearing towards campaigning, making we are better off in the sight of the people. They took the current in the Southeast. Is that they know they call our current in the Southeast? We are current. They took the current from Ivory Coast, they gave it to the people without meter. So when that bill came, it was hard. Government could not afford to pay.
No, the government was paying for the past 6 years that President Weah was there. He was paying the bill.
Oh, 6 years.
Let's say 4 years. For the 4 years.
Okay. So what I'm telling you, the government could not afford. The debt now is reaching the thing needed by the government too. Needed by the government now, they're adding their own debt. Listen to me what I'm saying. So what I'm saying in short here, if the current was not politicized, instead of saying, look, we'll make sure you get the current. They will provide a meter. The current you're doing for us, they're coming from another country. Let's pay our bill so that we can maintain the current. That would be a different issue. But you just give the current, we are current. So people use the current tagging, the bill can why? That was the problem last. So that brother come, then go ahead. Let me listen to him.
Yeah, so go ahead. Let's hear from you, sir. So we can go ahead.
Let me tell my brother something. We're about to close now. I know he get hatred for the former president inside him. You know why? Most of the guys, they feed the president old name because why? They were in exile, they whatsoever they did for CDC. The president owe you nothing. He owe you. You can get your own feelings, or you get your own feeling, your business. You were thinking, you can't be talking about. You were thinking job apple. all the common people, the Jefferson coaches, all the having researchers, and all the lay getting, he put in government and a pro government. So you can never tell nothing. The only thing you must be scared of here, the only thing you must be scared for, you must that United Party deliver. They probably jury will not get a chance for 2029. The same way Donald Trump came back to power. You know what Donald came back to power? Because the Democrat blunder. They disgraced America. They didn't do nothing for America. So that's why the people elected Donald Trump back to power. If a Unity Party go on their route, the way they ruling the country, breaking all the rule of law, doing all these things, they're not facing the country. A possible judge can come again and win it again. A judge not even come again, another person can come and win it. The Cummings and the other people. But if a Unity Party could try to go rebrain and say and calculate, because Braga gonna leave a legacy already old. He old now. He cannot go for second term. No matter what they forcing, he cannot go for second term. So the only way they can say they can shop for the presidency again, or else the former president will come back. So all that hatred in belly in your propaganda you've been on since 6 years, 7 years. Now we are ruling the country again. So I'm not even talk about Georgia again. You're only concentrate on Joseph Boakai now. Hold that surprise, all of your opposition and you're bringing Georgia in the topic. He's not president anymore. He's a private citizen now. So you're concentrating on the government and ruling the country. Why everything when you're having show there, you're always concentrating on Georgia? No, he's not part of the picture again. He's living a private life in Monrovia. He's doing a different thing. So you're concentrating on the present government. You start making comparison with Georgia, on a history. He's forced to come back. So if you're hatred, I'm not bunch of you plenty, thousands of y'all. Or what you're plenty else are you get hatred for the president for no reason. No reason. That would move the blindfold from your eye. You know what the president did for the country. So Julius, you like it, because no, the president will come back 2029.
Thank you so much. I want to play something here.
Your mother bow. You will come by your mother bow.
I want to play something here before we can.
Your mother bow, yeah.
For our audience, I want to play something here, and I want our people to listen.
She in the 8th grade. She's not in school. My grandchild, her father died, and then in school. My people, what we do in the country here? Our whole country, we are suffering. Our whole country, we are suffering. Our whole country, we are suffering.
Good morning, guys.
This
Good morning.
is the rescue government. Liberians are seriously disappointed in this government.
Prince.
As we can see, fellow Liberians, even on this show.
Hello, Prince.
We listened to our brother Julius, and he gave a very good analysis. I must say this, the analysis was very balanced. But you will even see that our brother is frustrated. That our brother is not even calling to say, well, the Unity Party is doing well, let's give them another time. But when you listen to our brother Julius, and everybody that is listening to him, you will see a high level of disappointment. And I respect his opinion. I like how he balances. You will see a high level of disappointment. Because what they anticipated that was going to happen is not what is happening. The government that they expected to come and rescue the people as per the need.
Prince, let me come into that video.
It is not coming.
Prince, can I come in?
No.
Wait a minute. No, I will come in. Wait a minute, I'm not coming. Then we'll close the show. Prince, what I want to say to you, No, let me come in before you close. No, you can't do that. As an unprivileged child, I played her condition. You understand me? And that's what I said to my brother, and he not understand. I'm not wearing any party or political media.
Unity Party, me.
You getting me? I'm not worried. And then we get it here to say, for this, for this.
Unity
The best thing, my man, learn. The man want me learn. We're not protected.
Go ahead. We've already finished. Go ahead.
But tell the man to stop. Tell the man to stop.
I beg you. Let go ahead. Yeah, learn. You the next one.
Every mother who want to see the best of the children, you getting me? They will behave as such. But again, it's not end with Unity Party. You saw a lot of women protesting, military women protesting during the administration.
But that is not the issue.
Let me make my point here. Let me make my point, my man. Let me make my point. So don't come say we frustrated of Unity Party. I'm not frustrated of Unity Party. And I said it clearly.
You shouldn't bring the two people back.
Listen, this is what I said. I said this, and I will say it. I said, I'm not saying that Unity Party failed now. But I expect them to do more. No, go back. No. This is what I said. Let me tell you what I said.
I know.
I said if Waka fail, I said if good play. I said if Waka fail, the both of them the Waka or eighth. And I use only eighth because they go 1 year. Listen to me, my point. It only recording. They go 1 year. I can't draw a conclusion and say the party fail or Waka fail. But
you said anything from the beginning, the people listening. You said
lying.
The government is proceeding as far as they are concerned. There is a need that whether the CDC or the Unity Party or another.
No.
Okay, just
no. The city I said, even they got on show while we were on the show. I said it. I said if Waka fail, and I gave my reason what I said if. I said they just go 1 year, it will be unfair to draw a conclusion. But for we are not draw my conclusion, we are failed. So if Waka fail to that, we are Waka go sit down. That's what I say. So what I want to say before we leave this show, my dear brother, it's about time that we forget about the political regalia and see country.
We are not here to lie.
You know what I mean? Because you stay wearing your partisan cap. Because you stay wearing your partisan cap.
No,
we are failed. And this is not
on behalf of the show.
My man, you're not giving me time. No. Matana finish. I still talking.
I beg you.
You are never failed.
On behalf of the show, we want to extend our thanks and appreciation to our brother Julius and also to our brother Randy Dapple for taking the time to come up. We want to thank all of you who were very active in the comment section. I'm sorry that we cannot take call because my phone, I just observed my phone is down. Instead of Sonny, I left the charger somewhere. But I want to say thanks to all of you for taking up the time to be here. These conversations are very important. Now that you are seeing it, the people who presented a team that was coming to transform Liberia, now we are seeing them crying around. Don't believe or don't take it from my brother Julius. Go on one of their platforms. You will hear them crying. In fact, every day now they have launched a serious attack against their own government. How the government, that's how the government is. In fact, they are now even bringing the corruption. But I want to say to you, seditionists, and those of you who believe in President Weah's agenda, you are now seeing it. Do not allow anybody to sway you away from an agenda that will better your life. You listening to what my brother Julia is saying? That to give people current, people in the Southeast say that bad thing. I thought my brother supposed to be happy that at least for the first time in the history of Liberia since 1847, the people ain't able to get electricity. President Weah took electricity to them. That is a step forward. But that's what President Weah. Why you must carry electricity to the people there? Even though President Weah was there, he was paying. There was not a single day we hear from LSG say we're cutting the land or we're giving you 7.5%. But our brother here is saying invest. The government didn't do well. So I will know you will say about the housing unit too that they built, you will say not correct. The hospital too that they built is not correct. But again, that's the essence of the show, that we can have different view. We can respect each other and be able to, have our own take relative to issue. So again, I want to say thanks to all of you. By God's grace, we will be here again next week, next week, Friday. Join us. Please share the show, like the show, comment on it. And all of these comments will be very interesting. My brother Jake, please close us from your end and let's call it.
Okay, followers, thank you. I know Prince invited Julius. The problem with these guys, We don't tell, we can say what the side we own. They probably scared to announce the side they own. Yeah, they'll be beating around the bush. George, we're not president anymore. He's not president. How can George feel? You see, I know you get blindfold on your face. George, you see all the development that you own talking the country free tuition, the hospital building, all the Babulu hospital, all the MRA hospital, then all these things, the retention hospital under construction right now. All the feeder road, all these places, the thing there, University of Liberia free. We run a better the executive mansion, all these things free. Then they talk about our first time history will get DNA machine in the Republic of Liberia. All these things, we run a better JFK hospital. I know they plan to the team. All these people they get high hatred. Most of them are also the high hatred for the president. They are all propagandists. How they used to listen to all the so-called Henry Costa there, all the lies today. They voted the pre-justice that cheated in that election. They voted the president. Oh, today they sheen. As you said, they sheen. They on different. They're going for different platform now. They're not sticking to one platform again. They won't be arguing to other people. Flo Queen, thank you for the show. Continue your hard work. We'll still get that message there, no matter what. They can never deter us. We'll always put that feet to the fire. Yeah, we'll put out for the west. We'll vocal. We'll call it spade or space. Yeah, so. On the Baka deliver, on the Baka see a lot legacy more than George. And then we praise Baka. But the way he's proceeding now, especially in the rule of law, every institution, if you first bring to a government broken down, no speaker, nothing, bill pass, nobody know what kind of bill pass, we don't know the budget, we don't know nothing going on, the whole country in disarray. So with all that propaganda, they're not winning nothing. They don't win. They're not winning. Until the 10-year run, they get years to 10-year run, but I can't see the light to the end of the tunnel. No. The way I see them proceeding, no. So thank you for the show.
Thank you so much, my brother. Fellow Liberians, we want to say thanks to all of you. Until we meet again, have yourself a God-blessed day. We love you all. Thanks for the support and keep following, keep sharing the page. Until we meet again, bye from my end.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money. That I beg the money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.